Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Tavern Talk at the Golden Feather Tavern. We are Vertic and Chibi, keepers of this fine establishment. And the Golden Feather Tavern is open to all travelers to come and share their thoughts on the inner workings of Vera over a nice tankard of ale, mead, hot chocolate, or any other delicious beverage of choice. So raise a glass and pull up a chair as we delve into tonight's discussions. Today is the 10th of December 2025. We're on Gathering 62, Early Access Eve. That's right. What do we have on tap today, Chibi?
Hey, so we're going to be talking about not only all of the stuff that we're prepping for early access, but also, right now we have Steven who is live with Esvend. And for those of you doing Rewatch Crew, I'll also link over his YouTube video of that interview, so you can check that out. But we're thinking of possibly doing a little bit of a watch party as we finish up, because they've been going for a little over an hour at this point. And also, we're going to talk about some of the other interviews he did, not only like last night with Nice, Lloyd, Vladis, and Zybak, but also last week with Dusty. Dusty Y. I don't know why that sounded wrong when I said it. But there's an action-packed week. We had our own summit in the midst of all of this, where we talked a lot about artisan stuff. And we actually got to talk a little bit about what was going on the EA. But aside from that, if any of these topics sound interesting to you, please let us know. If you are somebody who's been around before and would like to come and chat with us, we do have our live stream queue. However, I think I'm going to hold off for bringing anybody in, just because we want to be respectful of the audio while we listen/watch. I've never done this before. This is our first time. So we're going to do like a little bit of a watch party with this. And by the way, we might have a Nice Gaming or maybe a Lloyd jump in later. We'll see. We did reach out to them to see if any of them were interested in joining us. So without further ado, Vertec, whatever you'd like to go with next.
All right, let me go ahead and get this thing turned on here. And I'm going to mute this Spotify. Bring on this audio.
Immediately do this. But I think there's two
All right. Let me know how that audio level goes for you folks.
Are you watching on the TGF account, by the way?
No.
Okay, I would recommend that. By the way, thank you to the shout out to Anon, whoever Anon is, gifted us a sub over to Esvend, so I can watch without ads. We can watch without ads. So
okay. Yeah, let me get that started then.
Yeah, no worries.
What I tried to communicate there is, the same philosophy that our design team tries to follow, which is, when you're pitching an idea or a system, or you're writing out the GDD for a particular system, you need to take into context, what can I do in an hour and what can I do in 10, right? Or whatever you want that spread to be. Now, what that means is, from an investment standpoint, when you're talking about like, this is a grittier game, this is more investment, we have a lot of systems that have big payoffs after a lot of time is spent. But when you build those systems, you should be building it with checkpoints that you can feel completion or achievement along the way to the big payoff.
Right.
So, it's not an exponential, graph here. It's not a linear line. It is a step ladder. You're taking steps, and those steps should correspond to play sessions to some. If I have an hour or 2 hours to play, and I'm a more casual gamer, but I enjoy the grittier, heavier investment game, or the more old school dynamic, I want to make sure that I can feel like I have completed a step along the way of that big payoff.
Evening.
I don't need to get the big payoff in the hour or two. And that's what I think a lot of modern design tries to do. You get the big payoff in an hour or two, and that then disrespects the time of the heavier investors.
Right.
Right. Now there's a balance there. There's no right or wrong choice. Design choice. Just different types of games. Just different types. And there are different people. And there are different people that prefer different style. We're very upfront about the type of game that we're trying to build. Ours is a more beckoning design philosophy. And we're honest about that. You prefer more modern design. Ashes may not be a game for you. May not be a game for you. and that's okay. But if you want to go back to, if you want to go back to more,
You're hearing double?
kind of
Okay.
glory days of your,
Thank you. I think Vertex working on it.
may not like the glory days, to be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna switch stuff over.
Classic, and I'm gonna do this, and then they're like, oh, fuck that shit. I don't got time for that.
Yeah, he's swapping from his personal tab to TGF's tab. Apologies.
No, that does happen 100%. It's sometimes the memory of something is different than actually going into it. So
Totally, 100%.
I wanna ask about something. One of my old guildies asked me this. They said, "Hey, can you ask about like what if they wanted to play?" This is the example they give.
Thank you, Anon. I'm assuming you're Anon.
They want to be Walter White, okay, and they're basically like a crafting consumable kingpin, right? How?
What?
What kind of is that a gameplay experience that they could reasonably have? Basically,
Cheers, friend.
100%.
okay, not trying to PvP or not trying to do anything. Like kill as little as possible, like a pacifist who just, hey, I'm just do consumes, man. That's it.
AKA
So
the crafting challenge.
Crafting in Ashes is crafters make the best shit in Ashes.
Okay.
Okay, a little bit of an audio jump here.
And we've had some resets with the economy. We've had to take some iteration on the economy in order to achieve that goal. We may still need to do some iterations, but the design philosophy is that crafters make the best shit.
Okay.
And that is an investment, and it's not just an investment, but it is a skill ceiling that people part of the trading community, forging relationships with other crafters. You can
change it over.
Master of all.
Perfect.
There is some synergy between how
Volume up 5% on the stream, Vertex.
governments elect to build certain buildings.
Still needs a lot of iteration on consumables.
How
Yeah.
relics need to be acquired for that. How resources are acquired within different parts of the world. How you trade those resources and move those resources. Resources can be dropped on death as well.
Okay.
There we are. That should be a good balance there.
It's different than your item inventory, and material inventory is subject to potential.
Your material inventory is
better
sus.
bags to increase like stacking values and quantity that you can carry. You can get better tools that proc, higher rarity resources that then create higher, rarity equipment, and you can start cornering markets, even local markets. Like, there is me personally, I'm a huge trade person. The games that I played and the games that I loved was owning certain markets and exerting pressure on the value of those goods within the market and manipulating the market. That was a lot of fun. That's how
I think so, Erwin.
A lot of times, a lot of gold for our guild and how we could do a lot of things was because, we had an entire engineering core section that was like hundreds of people deep, and they all had different focuses and lands that they had to manage and farms and resources that they gather. Like a little bit on spreadsheet steroids. Maybe that's not for.
Yeah, let me check the filter here.
But to some degree,
I could turn that down a little bit.
Availability to do that.
Okay.
Here.
Okay. That's sick. Yeah, just being able to play the game in a bunch of different types of ways, I think is super important, because there's everybody wants to do something different. It's not as simple as just gameplay and combat, right? Where you have your tank, healer, DPS. And I did have some people ask, and this is just to clarify, this is a traditional, you have your tank, healer, DPS type of scenario in this game.
Yes, we are a Holy Trinity style of game. We currently have all 8 of our archetypes within the early access. So that's Summoner, Bard, Mage, Cleric, Rogue, Ranger, Tank, Fighter.
Okay, this should work better
then,
now.
Eventually, we will be introducing the class system, which stands aside of the archetype system, where you will select from those 8 archetypes again, and that will give you abilities to create your class, and you'll have class fantasy abilities that relate to that, and you can augment the core abilities. But we are a traditional Trinity system. And we balance around group v group, not 1v1.
Right.
So in that sense, it's more of a rock paper scissors design for 1v1, and there are 40. Our raids are 40 people deep. So raid content, you need to acquire 40 people. Our group size is 8.
At least 40 people.
You have to. There are different types of ways
Apparently,
to cut that
for the
group depending on
Harbingers
the
event,
content
a lot more.
that you're trying to complete.
Which I think, by the way, this is my opinion, way better approach doing it through like a group balance as opposed to like a 1v1 balance. Like something I'm just gonna talk about like Classic WoW for a second because that's where I have the most experience. Something that happens in Classic WoW that historically a lot of people talk about, like Classic WoW is rock paper scissors, and it's if you 1v1, it's like this class beats this class, which that class beats that class. But what happened over the years is people started to figure out the meta, and they figured out different things that they can do and play the game. It's like, oh, this game is actually like way more balanced. It's not 100% perfectly balanced, but it's way more balanced in PvP, not so much in PvE, but in PvP than we originally thought, because of things like crafting with engineering and just having other consumables and stuff like that, which it seems like Ashes might have a little bit of that too, with how big of an emphasis there is on crafting and just being able to get different sort of items outside of just your class alone to fill in the gaps.
Absolutely. So we let people fail. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of customization that's possible. From your item tree selection and progression, you can choose from your passive skill trees that you can invest in, from your weapon skill trees that you can invest in, your active abilities. Like there's a limited selection of skill points that you can spec out. And if you wanted to build like the super glass cannon, and not have any sustain whatsoever, like that is possible. There's a high level of customization there. We don't try to keep a high floor, meaning like, keeping everybody kind of at a base, value, so to speak. We let players fluctuate that very significantly, to the point where if they don't do well in that design and that strategy, they could spec themselves out of being efficient in certain settings. And we think that's okay, right? Like there is a skill ceiling to strategy.
Yeah, player agency.
It's not all tactical. Yes, exactly.
I personally I like that. Like they're gonna let people fail,
You can make a bad
but I'm curious how many people it's gonna cause to leave.
This is a bad decision, but go make it
That's
anyway,
true.
and then you can kind of adjust your gameplay off of that. I think.
But
I think
it's
great. I think it's super.
it is
cool.
a harder core game.
That's the way that I play.
As a D&D like DM, as a GM for those types of games, I let my players fail all the time.
Companies, other products.
Yeah, it's a learning process.
That is a friction point.
Yeah, exactly.
Let somebody build themselves into a hole. They might just give up and be like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, they try, like you need to protect the players, but they sometimes they do it too much, and they never take the training wheels off. So then it's like, okay,
100%.
well now I got the training wheels on, so like I can't do certain things that I really would like to do to really try and push the limits. So I think that's a super cool way of looking at it. Let me see. I had another question here that a friend of mine asked. This is a friend of mine, Sardako. So we come from Classic WoW.
Who could that be?
Yeah, who said that? That's crazy.
And if you don't want to,
I mean, accurate but crazy.
Because
Oh no, that's okay.
yeah, because I mean the thing is, it's a cat and mouse game with these kinds of things where you don't want to maybe you don't want to give out all your methods of how you're going to stop bots, but this is clearly something you guys have thought about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Steam's gonna help.
The bottom line is that where there is demand and interest, you will always have a counter push to our efforts. That's always going to be a thing. Maybe there will come one day where advancements in AI, being able to leverage behavioral metrics to, better identify suspicious activity and or suspicious transactions, brings that level of accuracy up to a point where it really diminishes the capabilities of bad actors to engage on that front. I do believe that is around the corner from a development perspective. But on the flip side of that coin, you're then going to have the opposite push from their end, utilizing the same tools, but perhaps it might be some lag in order to accomplish that.
Yeah.
What I will say is that we obviously try to be as cognizant as possible of RMT, of botting. even in our alpha, for the past year, I think we've taken permanent ban actions against over 1,000 different accounts.
Nice.
So what's front and center in my mind as being a player first perspective is that I need to protect the integrity of the play space, because at the end of the day, any progression based game where the player's time needs to be respected, their investment needs to be respected, their accomplishments need to be protected. Um, this is one of the primary spokes that the company must invest, not just at a technology standpoint, in ensuring we have the proper tool sets and ensuring that we have the proper business intelligence and analytics and things that we can act on, but from a CS perspective,
Yes.
from a game team perspective, from a community management perspective. And I will say that when you're balancing the development of the core feature systems and the core content systems, with that in mind, we have invested a lot of time in ensuring that we have the proper tools and the personnel to address those issues. And we haven't always hit the right mark in balancing that during our alpha. We've been very focused on ensuring systems development has been in a place where we want it to be. But now that we are entering Steam, we have brought online some additional systems there. We have, Easy Anti-Cheat as a system that we use as well. And we feel pretty confident. We feel pretty confident in the tools that we have available to us, and we're going to continue to invest in those because, like I said, protecting that integrity is at the end of the day what keeps the play space important to the player, feeling like they can get a return that's not going to be undermined by some cheater.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, inevitably it's
also
gonna be,
not to mention for those listening, there will be live mods at launch at the latest.
It seems like you can't commit
Sorry, what was that?
everything in the world to try and stop
There'll be
it, but
like mods and
you're
DMs
doing the
in
best you
game
can because it's
at
going to
launch.
be-
I don't think he mentioned that.
I mean, it is
Yeah,
an issue,
yeah,
and
that's
it's
gonna be
only
a
going to get worse
huge
over
boom
time, but hopefully
for
the
the game.
development is going to continue getting better for like the different tools and stuff to be able to stop it. So, yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah. My philosophy there is that the tools developers have over this next decade will be faster in implementation than the tools that the bad actors will leverage. in
Hello,
response.
Kingfish.
So
Welcome
there
in.
might be a little bit of a golden era in how we address, so long as the company's willing to invest in that, right? And we are in that. I believe there's going to be a little bit of a golden era, kind of an eye of the storm moment where, the tools significantly surpass the abilities of the bad actors to respond.
Okay. You mentioned Steam. You decided to, hey, we're gonna kick off early access with the Steam release. I think, and I want to clarify a couple things because I may be wrong. Whenever you first mentioned it, originally there was no plan to do an account merge, but now you can do an account merge. Is that right?
Yeah. If you we have millions of pre-registrations on our website. And we have a little over 150,000 testers that have purchased into our alphas and betas. And if you're one of those people that has an account, you can do a direct entitlement through your account page on the Intrepid Studio, on the Ashes of Creation website. That will direct entitle your Steam account and link your Steam account so that then you will play from Steam.
Nice.
And we're deprecating our launcher for the time being and going solely through Steam.
Okay. So that's the game
Yep.
plan. So
For the time being.
if you're deprecating it, then they're going to have to do that.
That's correct. Yes,
Okay.
that is correct.
So just for anybody who maybe you got in early and you hadn't touched it in a while, and you can't log in or you can't find out how to do it, you need to go to the Intrepid website and do it through, hook it up to your Steam, and then you log in through Steam from now on. Cool.
Yes, and I do recommend
Connect
that
the
anybody
dots.
who does have an account that they try to do it
Da, da,
before
da, da, da.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Do that tonight.
Yes.
Do that now,
Yeah, I was going to say.
actually.
Yeah.
I mean, we sent out reminder
Let me go
emails.
get that link
I
real
think
quick.
Of the 150,000 people who own, access to the alpha and beta, we have we've gotten around 40,000 or so that have already direct entitled, but that leaves about 110,000 that are still outstanding to link their account.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. So I think that's good to hear. I think because a lot of people were had questions about that. I saw that was still like a point of discussion. It was like, well, didn't they say, didn't this, didn't that? So cool, got that clarified. As far as somebody asked a good question. I'm looking at my notes here because somebody asked a good question. I lost it that I want to go over. Well, I'll find it later.
Zarya's firing
get
shots
back
at
to that in a
me.
second. And I'll just say, so deciding to go to Steam, that was like, how did that decision kind of come into play? Moving away from having your own launcher.
So, as
I was curious about this
from
too,
an open
actually.
development standpoint, when you're done creating a product, the ability to change that product is exponentially more difficult. And we have had a phenomenal community that has accompanied us to this point and gotten us to this point through their feedback. I mean, if you remember when you played in Alpha 1, our combat system was completely different.
Yes.
Our network layer was completely different. We had to rebuild that entirely. And we were only able to do that in a way that, took into account the feedback we had from our community, because we had people present during that testing period who were participating in the play testing. So our philosophy and why we felt it was appropriate to go to Steam now was that we had just entered phase 3 of Alpha 2.
Okay.
Which is we launched this alpha on October 24th of 2024, and we have now been in it for over a year.
Here's some links for you guys. I'm going to pin it at the top for both
Where
chats.
the ability for us to iterate on systems and loops within the game becomes far more difficult because, one, the interconnectivity between all the systems within the world, but two, because as we move into polishing those things, there's a lot of work that comes
No
with
worries,
polishing
Jedi.
those things. We don't want to polish something that needs to be iterated on. So, we've always heard, two main points of negative feedback from the community.
Hold on.
It's taking too long and it costs too much to participate in the alpha and or the betas. And we wanted to address those in a way that allowed for people who were waiting on the sidelines to participate in our development journey because of either the cost or the accessibility. We wanted to present them with an option that allowed them now an easier way to engage through Steam and at a price point.
Sorry, I'm getting some links together for you guys. There we go. Now I'm going to pin these.
And the type of individual that being at $49.99 is going to attract. There is a natural barrier that exists when the price to enter is at $100 or higher, right? And those people are likely, and it's not a dig at people who don't want to participate in that. Active development and supporting a product in development like this is not everybody's cup of tea. We get that. We understand that. I've constantly said, if you do not want to participate in supporting the game, in supporting its development, or participating in the alpha, we don't put an NDA on it. You can watch a streamer. You can give your opinions through that as well. This may not be your cup of tea, and that's okay. We get that. But now it's more accessible, and now it is at a price that, in my opinion, and as at a stage in phase 3, where the product is more corollary to an experience that is enjoyable and has, hours and hours of content, and allows that player to also participate in the ultimate fruition of the product. So that's why we kind of went to Steam, and we thought that December is a great month to do it. People have time off. We've seen, this year has really been shitty for the MMORPG genre.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because, as a gamer, as a player, as a lover of this genre myself, I have watched projects that have been canceled.
Yeah.
That had big backing, that had the backing of multi-billion-dollar corporations.
Yeah. Ghost.
NetEase pulled funding for Ghost's project. They pulled funding for the Warhammer 40K MMORPG. And I'm not, this is not a dig at
it's just the reality of
projects.
Business.
It's just the reality of the market.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate that. That sucks. It sucks for a multitude of reasons. Yeah. One, because as a consumer, I don't get those products now in a genre that already is lacking, new content and new games that are going to push the boundary. but also as a fellow human being who knows that there are people whose livelihoods depended on this genre getting the monetary support from the VCs or the strategics or the publishers to build these types of games to begin with. And it's all from a place of fear. I mean, the industry right now is roiling from a few things.
And before Ashes is super successful, Steven gets rich from it and ends up funding any future closed projects that he loves.
Some of the investors
Right.
Right. You got your money pulled? I got you.
We have an AI.
Yeah, exactly.
Revolution that's happening right now in the way that these products are made. That's completely upending the pipeline. We have a global job market that's pushing development outside of Western studios, towards cheaper, job markets, and those all have deleterious effects on the genre that we love. Like, I can find 100 people to work in Malaysia and develop this game at maybe half the cost of a Western development studio, but they're not going to have the cultural context that helps them inform the systems that they're building or the content that they're creating. And this is not a dig at them. I mean, they're going to be great for their particular culturalization and what their market might be interested in. But I'm a Western developer. I'm interested in building for a Western audience to some degree as well. And I think that's important. AI, whether you hate AI or love AI, that train has left the building. It is halfway to Mars right now. There's no stopping. Sure, there might be some legislative, action that happens at some point in either EU or North America, that might put some safeguards and rails on, IP concerns. But that is transforming the industry right now.
Yeah.
So we're in a little bit of a dark spot, I think, as an industry. And it's important that we, as consumers of these products, show our support for risk takers, for new endeavors, for projects that are trying to create something that push the limits or the genre. And it might not be your cup of tea. You might not be a PvP player. You might be a solely PvE player, or you might be 100% PvP player. Like, regardless, we all benefit. All ships rise with a rising tide.
Triple. Tap your heels for the next 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Have opportunities to
My
be
pirate
developed,
forest.
to attract developers to build them. The
It's
better
okay.
Homeland.
it is for us as a consumer market.
Maybe.
We want these things, so we should be.
We both don't have our homelands. It's fine.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, it's brutal because a lot of people. I feel like it's a very surface level sort of way to look at things. Whenever people look at competition as only competition, right? As something that can take away from what you're doing. Because in reality, it's super tribal. It's not good. I mean, it's funny because even with MMORPGs, you have this sort of there can only be one mentality. But what we've learned over the course of the 30, 40 years that MMOs have now existed, it's been about 40 years now, right? Close to, right? If you're going back to your old Neverwinter days.
It's been, it's
He
been
does, he
35 years,
does.
almost 40 years.
Yeah. So if you look at that, there's a bunch of different types of MMOs. Old school
100%.
RuneScape is not like classic WoW. They're two completely different genre of MMO. Which is going to be completely different than Ashes, which is completely different than Retail, which is completely different than 14. They're just all different, right?
Yep.
And
Oh, hi, V-Man. Hello.
you have these other studios that they're not willing to take the risk, or they get scared and they pull, right? And they're like, okay, we can't do this anymore. We don't think this is going to work out. It's bad for the whole genre. So some game has to come in.
I like that this
and
is
say, hey,
backed by Steven
MMOs are
because,
not
like chat
dead.
said,
There's just not one
like
that has hit.
Steven's funding all of this.
with the
It's
right
not a
people.
publisher pulling the plug. It'd be
I
Steven.
totally
Yeah.
believe that the golden age of MMOs is nowhere near where we are yet.
Yeah.
I mean, the advancement in multiplayer tech and in networking layer in the types of tools that can create these things, like that golden age is I think we're on the precipice of it, to be honest with you. I saw a commenter in chat that said, let's be real, these projects being canceled is a benefit for us. and it's not.
It's not. Yeah, it's super not.
It is not. It is literally the opposite of that. And I think that type of commentary is the tribalism being pervasive in the thought pattern. That's not good, and we should try as members of this community to push against that when we see others do it. Because at the end of the day, advancements in technology, success of this genre, more developers that are interested in pursuing this line of work and path of work, like those things will give us more opportunities as consumers to play the games we love. And there's no amount of games that's too many in the MMO space. There's no amount of game that's too many. I mean, we are in a dry spell right now. We need more.
Yeah, no, 100%. Well, I'm gonna point to another genre that's a prime example of this.
I think that's one of my favorite things about Steven is he wants these other MMO type of games to survive because he knows Ashley's going to be super niche and he wants more options for MMO players.
Vampire Survivors.
Yeah, he recognizes the benefit of competition out there, which is great.
Yeah, actually, exactly.
This game has no right being as good as it is. And it's
same.
It looks like it's a Super Nintendo game. It's insane.
Yeah,
it
same.
got huge, right? Vampire Survivors blew up. And then you had these other Survivors games coming out. Even for our publishing company, Mad Mushroom, we just released a Survivor game, you know? And it's not... If Vampire Survivors didn't take off the way it did, and then if other games came out afterwards that 100%. Didn't take off the way they did, then, okay, well, that genre is now... dead, so to speak. It's like 100%. People don't like this game because people aren't willing to take the risk. But now you have all these indie developers coming in. They're like, yeah, I'll make this game. I've got a great idea.
Yes.
You know, I've got a
Cheers.
I've got a Balatro.
Thank you.
And these games are
Cheers, Main Quest.
over. They're owning super
and
hard.
those ideas fuel other ideas, right? The competition breeds innovation.
Yeah.
Right? That is a good thing. You take inspiration from these ideas and you change them and innovate on them and you create something new. So competition is healthy. It is what is desired to continue the genre moving forward.
It's what we were just talking about.
No, it's super, super, super important. So, no, hopefully, like that's one of the things that Ashes does is it gives people a little bit of confidence in MMOs. You know, if there's excitement around something, if people are playing something. You know, heck, even like RuneScape. Old school RuneScape had a little bit of a renaissance recently and had like a big influx of new players.
Yes.
You know, and
you know why? Because they're focusing on being very community driven. Yeah. Like they are 100%.
I feel like that and
Jagex is a company that
the nostalgia of RuneScape.
A consumer centric, community focused engagement, and they're enjoying the benefits of that.
Yeah, nostalgia only carries you so far, though.
Kind of like how you said, well, this isn't. This is kind of a niche MMO. I think every MMO should look at their game as like, yeah, this is. It's a
nostalgia
MMO,
and the community.
And it's not that okay. Well, their MMO has a small scope, but there are so many different types of scopes that you could choose from when you design a game.
Hi, Maddie.
You just got to pick yours instead of trying to.
What do you think about Summoner?
It kind of goes back to the beginning of the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, know your audience.
Yeah,
like that's 101. You know, if you don't know,
it's a really good question.
Then
the Elder
you don't have a product.
Not sure.
And at the end of the day, if
he did say beta 2026 question mark.
And that I think is one of the greatest strengths that we have at Intrepid is we are.
I know they're pushing for beta in 2026.
Yeah,
pushing towards. I don't think they should confirm beta in 2026, but or aiming for it to land in 2026 so much as they're pushing for it.
What's your favorite MMO?
Yeah, Summoner will be live tomorrow.
What's your favorite MMO? I mean, among many other questions, what's your favorite MMO and why? You know, what are the?
I like the idea of Summoner. I've not tried Summoner though.
Within that MMO.
Modi.
And can you build an MMO and not?
Yeah, Elder Nomad. I'm still looking at about. Personally, I'm still betting on 2 to 3 years before full release, just because there's so many systems to everything. But the potential reduction of a second continent may reduce that time frame.
Unifies those experiences because we all come from different walks, different pasts, different, what has informed our MMO
Like,
gameplay. It's a very
that'll be
eclectic
literally
mix.
half the
And
content in the
that's why having
game.
a
They just got to
strong
worry about systems
individual
more
vision
so
order
now.
is important to make sure we're all beating the same
I think
drum
Vertex
from
still
the
trying to
same end.
go tank.
But at the end of the day,
Yeah, I'm still tank bard. Summoner's creeping up on being a third, or tied for second.
Enrich the design that you're trying to incorporate, especially for a game like Ashes.
I'm liking it a lot, actually, more than I thought I would.
That's great. I love it. I love the way that you're looking at it. I think it's
It's still tank bard is first and second. Just
I
question if it's tied for second.
But, the question from earlier that somebody brought up, and I was like, oh, I should ask about this.
I'll be bard. Don't worry.
What class should I play? No, I'm just kidding. so no, but
We're talking about what classes we're gonna be playing. He just asked
You have
Steven.
these different archetypes, and you have 8 archetypes, and then you pair it with another archetype. This will not be in yet. Is that right? It'll be in eventually, but not tomorrow.
That is something that literally we are starting next milestone. So we're going to be likely introducing a limited subsection of our augment system. If not at the end of the next milestone, very quickly into the milestone thereafter. But right now, you
Tavern,
have
just
base archetypes
please.
that go to level 25. They have an average of about, I would say, 20 or so abilities, active abilities, and then probably another, on average, 15 to 20 passives that you select from. And that doesn't include your weapon skill tree or your stamina skill tree, which are different skill trees.
Okay, so whenever so it changes entirely whenever you pick your subclass and your secondary class to make your new class.
So the intent there behind that system is that when you pick your subclass, you retain your active abilities.
Okay.
But now you get a whole new scope of augments that can change that ability. And it might change things like, the distance, the mana cost, the damage output, the damage type. It might add new rider effects like stuns and slows. It might dramatically change the ability. So, you could be a tank that has
Yeah,
a
very
shield,
fair, Sacred.
charge, right? And the tank's base ability is you charge.
That being said, I think it is valuable because you can listen to a podcast while you're driving. You can't exactly read the wiki while you're driving.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the timing of it is probably pretty decent because if he's getting a lot of the beginner questions out right now, right before it goes on Steam with such a large audience, it might actually be helpful for those that haven't been following everything day to day, week to week like we have.
Lingering AoE
Absolutely.
for targets that move over it.
Yeah.
That's the intent behind the secondary system.
Okay. Yeah, so let's say like you're if you're a fighter, you want to go fighter and then cleric, you're a high sword, I think I saw.
Right, yes.
And then instead of having you'd have a strike, and then instead of it being physical damage, it could be like a holy damage.
Yeah, you could change the damage subtype.
Okay. So what's the most ret paladin like class? Because I was looking last night. I'm like, okay, high sword. They have an actual paladin. If I go tank, but I mean, I'm not really I want to use the big
Red paladin,
right?
ooh, that's tough. That's almost got to be like fighter mage.
Then again, you remember the last beta or last alpha? I played a bard, and I'm like, frick,
Or
dude,
tank
bard is so
mage,
freaking fun.
maybe? I don't know.
So,
Because I think fighter cleric would probably be more
That's a tough choice. I mean, it sounds like you're thinking about
not as strong, but it would be a weaker version of a holy paladin.
maybe tank.
Yeah.
maybe cleric too.
Maybe even cleric. So if those are your 4 types, those are 4 very different play styles.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. That's tough. Make all 4.
Super tough. Yeah, I mean, it might end up happening. So it's
No, I think fighter cleric might be it.
Templar, I think. Is that right? Or is it, yeah.
Because then cleric fighter would be more like the holy paladin.
Is cleric tank the paladin? Or is it tank cleric? Yeah, tank
Bard
cleric. I thought it was tank cleric.
I can't remember the bard combo.
Yeah, cleric fighter.
I made a bard.
Nope, rogue mage or mage rogue. Give me LeBlanc.
I'm like,
Dude,
this is
bards,
LeBlanc.
bards are a lot
Yeah.
of
ripping
fun.
cords,
Welcome in,
doing a ton
Lexa.
of damage, and I was like, this is sick. I'm like rolling
Bards are
around,
a
power
lot of
slide.
fun.
Yeah.
And bards are like a critical desire for a lot of parties because they
Yeah.
have mana upkeep. They can give some like
You're welcome.
partial anti-gravity abilities, so you can get to interesting places to your party.
Oh,
They can
okay.
apply a temporary HP shield and stuff around them.
Yeah.
This is really
Mhm.
long,
Also,
Stephen
like,
interview.
you dunk on your
It
opponent,
is. It is.
fucking
He's
flips
just
around and
going.
You're playing music and shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
ultimate meme territory. So
No,
it's like-
exactly. Exactly. So how many character slots will there be?
I believe that's the plan. Kingfish.
There are five character slots.
Okay, so I think I'm good. Okay, sick. Yeah, no, I've always every time I play a game, I'm always
Yeah,
like,
cleric and tank. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
always
yeah.
just like I'm this. This is what I am. This is my entire identity. Is this thing. But I think I was like that because I play a paladin in classic WoW is a hybrid, right? You can tank, heal, DPS.
Right.
So I think that's where that comes from. Is I liked doing like kind of being an everything bagel. I'm kind of like that in real life. Huge mistake. Don't think that's a good idea. You end up just being
Yeah,
bad at
very
everything. So,
Yeah.
Well, a bard.
Hero, absolutely.
well, what do they say about bards?
The more you get him talking, the more he's gonna slip.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might end up barding it up then. We'll see. Yeah, I'm excited,
our
man.
bard,
Really hoping
our
that there will
bard
be
was
more
an
than a
archetype
few
that was
pipes.
designed by our
Finish
resident
theirs,
designer,
but,
Dr. Bucky, and I will say that there are a lot of people in the community that really enjoy, Bucky's cooking.
Okay.
So he did a good job with Bard.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Yes, Bucky did great.
man, tomorrow's gonna be that character selection.
Bucky's a superhero.
Rough.
Need him to touch tank ASAP.
Sitting there. There's been some talk. I hear what server. This is people asking me a question. What server am I gonna play on? You can get the server list from the starting guide. There's an early access guide on the website, right?
Yes. Yep. We just I think
A
it was
gun
today
class?
or
I don't think
yesterday, I
so.
don't remember when. But
Probably
Steven doesn't like
closest-
the idea
we had originally
of like
planned to do,
guns and weapons and stuff like
2
that outside
realms
of
in
magical.
EU and 2
Yeah,
realms
he
in
said
NA.
flat out there's never going to
Just
be any
that,
gunpowder in the
given
game.
the number of,
Or he didn't say never, he
that
said there's
we've
not
seen
going to be any
going on,
gunpowder in
and
the
it might be
game.
adjusted again, obviously.
Yeah.
It's just,
the day
if Ashes
of.
lasts for like
Keep a
10
close
years, who
eye
knows
on
what's going to
that.
be in at
We'll
that
be
point.
Adding additional realms based
Yeah.
off of total
But
anyway.
aliens.
for those as they load up and the queue sizes that we have.
Yeah.
They're
we do
magical
expect
aliens, not
significant
sciencey
queues,
aliens.
Obviously, this tomorrow and into the weekend.
Yeah. 10 a.m. PST, right?
Hey there, McKiller.
And there's no. Actually, I opened up
Hey.
the Steam page.
Welcome in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went ahead and I went ahead and opened up the Steam page.
We have potion launchers on ships.
Right.
Buy it on
Potion
Steam right
launches.
now?
Yep.
No, not yet. No, we
No.
Valve does
That's
not
tomorrow.
Traditionally allow pre-download.
But you
or
can get
pre-order
cosmetics.
for early access titles.
That's
So
what it is. Okay.
Found that out
Eventually, that
today.
end up being crossbows. I think they're still committed to that, if I recall correctly.
Gabe, and
Fingers crossed that they didn't just outright say no to those because I couldn't
We
remember.
hold of Gaben. We heard he was on his yacht. And so
We put arrows in our guns.
Gaben a call and say, Gaben, help! But no, it didn't work.
No, okay. Well, unfortunately not. Maybe, yeah. Oh, we'll see how it goes. I'm
Bitch
so,
sexy.
So, well, if you have the game.
Thank you, the blue.
So is
I'm
everybody gonna
I'm
have
not
to
sure
wait
if you're
tomorrow?
talking to
Like, if
Vertec or
you
not.
have the game already? Okay, so you're gonna have to re-download.
I'm gonna take it. It's for me. Absolutely.
It's gonna be
Yes.
It's gonna be an equal starting point at 10 a.m. It's gonna be available. And
Yes.
Your download
So make
speed
sure
is
you
gonna be your
uninstall
head
Steam or uninstall Ashes.
Dude, I gotta call.
I have
fucking
the
Spectrum
support
10 gig
article
internet
for how to
anymore.
uninstall Ashes from your
And
computer
I'm gonna
in
be
the
honest
pin.
with you, we kind of like that on our end.
That sounds very punk and
It
chaotic.
leaves a little bit of trickle.
A gun
stuff,
that
right?
shoots
Like,
knives. Yeah.
Sounds very
we
punk.
don't have like at the very moment like everybody's hammering the
Also,
servers,
welcome in,
logging
Gemso.
servers.
Yeah,
Hi.
good
They're gonna
point.
trickle in.
Yeah, really good point. They do. It is kind
Jedi,
of
our hope is not.
to the game instead of.
Well,
Hopefully whoever
Tavern
comes to
proximity
ours-
chat in general, maybe not ours.
And I
Nah,
will
we're gonna
say,
police the
Yeah.
shit out of it.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm
even
hoping
among the
doing
big
like a slash
players,
ignore or like a slash ban will remove
I don't
their
know any MMO,
proximity audio.
Yeah,
De facto
yeah.
kind of launch or alpha big launch or whatever. Land that initial thing super well. We
Do
may
it,
experience
do
some
it,
issues.
do it. I'm not a
It's
bad,
the reality of the genre and
not a
of the
bad,
population
what do you
that
call that?
we're,
Influence at all.
trying to service. So just give us a little bit of grace if some
Proximity
things
chat is
go
not in game
beyond
currently. It is
the
planned
other
for
end and
taverns,
try and
at
fix it.
least.
I think at a certain point when you've done this so long, that stops being a I hope this doesn't happen to well, this is the expectation. So if it doesn't happen, then then that's a good thing. But if it does happen, it's like, well, it's just supposed to happen at this point in my own head. So yeah, super. Man, I'm so.
I believe it is intended. Parlor games are what they're called, Jedi.
For tomorrow, it's been 10 years. It's not full launch.
Happy birthday!
Busy.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite thing, or the
I
number one
am-
thing you're looking forward to?
Happy
I
birthday.
am excited to have conversations like these, and what I mean by that is, we have had a very dedicated golden cohort of an audience who have been knee deep in the design.
Happy
of
birthday.
Ashes. They know it
Anyway,
almost as well, if not better, sometimes than I do. they're like, wait a minute, we have a wiki that's maintained by Lex, who's, God save this
Yes.
man's soul. He's a
Lex
blessing.
is one of our favorites, you guys.
And,
We love Lex and the
There's
wiki.
a lot of information there. And,
The Tavern
and,
approves.
It's been a while since I have had
Lex is a trooper.
these types of conversations that are more cursory, that are more,
Geared
surface
towards new
level kind of,
people.
what's the game about, kind of conversation. And I'm getting my sea legs back, talking about it from a high level perspective rather
Yeah.
than down in the deepest of weeds of the
Yeah,
individual
yeah.
systems.
Granular, yep.
So I think that's kind of what I look forward to as I'm getting back into let me sell the vision. Let me talk to you guys about how we're trying to be different. Let me, get you to
Hype trade.
understand our goals from a design philosophy perspective and excite you on the potential of what Ashes can become so that you want to be a part of
Yes.
that journey, whether it's playing the game or just watching from the sidelines and giving a voice to your thoughts and your experiences. I mean, at the end of the day,
Sounds like
that's
they
why
might be
we don't
wrapping
have an
up.
NDA. That's why we're not building this thing in secret, for some ultimate reveal. It's so that we can engage.
I don't know.
Yeah, sounds that way.
And that's what I love to do. That's my kind of lifeblood. It excites me. I feed off of that.
Yeah.
Long live
And-
Lex.
and
You get to be a
some
fan of
degree,
your own
like,
game.
Hell yeah, I gotta be
Yeah.
a fan of my game. I gotta be a fan of my team. I gotta be a fan of my audience. Like all of those things are, at the end of the day, I'm a cheerleader, right? I'm a vision holder, but I'm also a cheerleader.
Yeah,
And that's a lot of fun.
it's awesome. That's great to hear. I mean, that's the thing. It's like good.
I think that
games
should be a
always
really
come
high
from a
redeem
place
on
of passion.
their next charity
They come from a
stream.
place of-
Is Steven
What's
stands
that?
to the side and cheerleads the team in doing something.
Something that I'm proud of. This is something that my team is proud of. All 250 people working on this thing. They believe in this thing. They've been working on this thing for years now.
30-second cheerleading session for someone playing one of the Minecraft
excited.
games.
I'm hoping for the best. I think tomorrow's gonna be a big day. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think it's gonna. Actually, there's a lot going on tomorrow because you got the Game Awards tomorrow too, which actually
know.
maybe that helps that trickle in a little bit. Maybe.
Exactly, it totally does. 100%. It does.
Asmon's
Is that
gonna go.
strategic? Is that 5 head? I don't know.
Hey, Asmon's gonna go watch the Game Awards, and then all the orbiters are gonna log off. It's like, oh, thank God. The server guys in the back sweating. Yeah, no, that's super good. That's super funny. Yeah, I think I'm.
Pockets.
Pockets.
Cheers.
Thanks
for
for
the
bringing our
raid.
friends over.
I mean, it was really. When
Cheers.
I first messaged you, it was, hey, let's just have a conversation. Let's just hang
Raid.
out, and kind of just talk about it. And
Yeah.
because I know there's a lot of people that are from the outside in.
As soon
a lot
as
of
this
people are
ends, we're
just
gonna have a
kinda,
full
hey,
deep
what's going
dive
on?
conversation about all the
And,
things.
I think a lot of
Welcome in,
people haven't had
friends.
this in a while. Even like you said, like
They're
you guys
other.
didn't even do a lot of
Hi,
marketing for early
friends.
access, and I had people messaging me like,
Haven't seen you in a
early access
while.
already? It's funny.
Cheers.
Already is that's when it's really funny because you're like, brother, it's been 10 years. So it's like, hey, okay, yeah, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be great. The
In
We're
regards
excited
to
too.
like the
Obviously, these kinds of
settlements,
conversations
yeah.
are what I enjoy. I think you
I'm not
as
sure,
as a
Amog.
creator have built a phenomenal community. I know that now you've moved more into the home improvement
Oh, yeah,
space.
yeah, yeah. Laws
I
and
think
mandates.
that's really cool too.
Yeah.
life improvement. I'm trying to do the whole thing.
Yeah, they talked about laws and mandates a little while ago.
But at the end of the day,
I'm having
you are what
Moscato.
brings the social element.
I don't know what
You
Vertex
you
drinking.
foster the community. You
Mine is
provide us an
interesting.
avenue to
Mine is a
form
moonshine,
our-
but it's peanut butter and chocolate
and I'm all
moonshine.
about that, and
It's
I love
delicious.
those conversations, and I'd be happy to have them, again.
You know, it's not. You'll notice it's not like the
it's a lot of
thick
fun. I can talk
chocolate
about this shit all
looking
day.
stuff.
Yeah,
It's just
that's great. I
chocolate
love to
flavor.
hear it.
Oh my gosh,
I
so
wanna
good.
say,
Yes,
I wanna leave
yes.
with one thing because somebody pointed this out the other day, and I
Winter
I
worthy,
can't stop
exactly.
thinking
Mhm.
about it. Chad's gonna love this.
Yeah.
You noticed.
Exactly,
So
Hera.
Steven is almost like if you had me and Tips Out do a fusion dance, you'd get Steven. Like just
Screwball's a
he's
good second
little more
place
than
though.
Tips, it's a little bit less hair than me. We got the beard. It's just like you just merged us together. You get Steven.
We have our own fusion
So-
dance.
so
I'm pretty sure
someday
that's
we're
what
gonna
this
get a
is,
picture of
right?
all three of us.
Yep.
So,
I'm down.
Yep.
Let's do it.
yeah, it'll be great. So, Steven,
That's
thanks a ton
hilarious.
for coming on. I think Chad had a great time. I know there's a lot of new people here. A lot of people really passionate about Ashes. A lot of people that are, just hey, they're tourists. They're coming to check it out for the first time. And hey, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
That's a Vladis and a Stikeno.
And
It's
I
funny.
think everybody had a great time.
Love it. I had a great time. Love your audience.
Right,
Everybody in chat,
Wizzy?
Thank you guys for sticking around and for the questions. And
Erwin!
of course, S-Fan to you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cheers!
always.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Brother, and love the
I'm gonna have
energy
to get
you bring,
another
and I hope that
glass.
You have a lot of fun tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%. Same goes. So, yeah, no, we
Welcome in,
built a really
Studmo.
good community here. We lucked out big time.
All right,
So
cool.
Yeah.
All right,
I
friends,
cannot
as they
wait for them.
finish up
It's gonna be
their
great. So,
interview,
Let's do it.
yeah. All right,
obviously we
Steven,
came in
we'll see
part
you
of the
later.
way
Thanks a
here.
ton.
I
All right.
have the
Later, brother.
video
See ya.
linked in YouTube.
Damn, that was great, wasn't it?
You
Chad?
can if you want.
Steven is so
Depends on
good,
which
man.
posts you're trying to share.
I love
I
talking to
have
Steven because
our
he just- he
own
feels so
currently
much like
pinned at
he's
the
one of
top.
us. He is the old school.
But you're subscriber, so you
hey.
should be able to.
There we are.
Cool,
So
cool,
you can
cool.
close it out with that last statement there from Esfon. That's perfect.
Yeah, the
Love talking to
uninstall
Steven
post-
because it feels like he's one of us.
The
Just a
uninstall
gamer.
post and the early access guide for December are both pinned in YouTube and Twitch. But yeah, you can share it out too. That helps. Thank you. Welcome in, everybody. All right, so
All right.
now we're gonna open up this to go back into like a chit chat mode now that the interview is over. So I can only see a hype train, no pinned. That's very fair. That's why it's helpful because I'd have to go find it again.
What are you looking for?
But
Which one?
yes. No. Throther wanted to share the uninstall link again, so people knew how to uninstall Ashes ahead of
Oh,
the
okay.
Steam launch tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Don't forget to also connect your accounts through your account page on the Ashes of Creation website, ashesofcreation.com.
Mhm.
Log in, go to your account page. You'll have connections, and make sure your Steam account is connected there too. So, Agent Cuddles, welcome in. Cole Powers, welcome in. Vertec, can I leave you with our people for a second so I can maybe get some more Moscato? Because my Moscato is a
Yes.
little empty.
Yes, you may.
Okay,
Yes, you may.
I'm gonna go grab some more.
I'll be here. All right. So, what have folks been thinking about all the info that's come out here lately? For one, just so you know, we still have yet to watch the dev live stream, or at least I have yet to. I don't. Maybe Chibi snuck it in at some point. I know I haven't been able to. I've had some long work hours here recently, but at least with the interviews, like some good stuff's been coming out, especially with the panel one. Oh man. They definitely hit him with some zingers for sure. Yeah, secondary archetypes are gonna be bananas. Yeah, they got him with some good questions there. I mean, I know different people have different opinions on who had the better questions and such. There were people giving summaries on all that too. But yeah, they asked some tough ones.
Also, I apologize for this thing. Our internet kind of almost went out the other day. Actually, it did go out the other day. We had to plug in our backup server or backup internet. So,
Well,
what were some of the zingiest ones from the panel?
Ooh.
Oh man, I think some of the zingiest ones were, I think Vladis asking not only what systems were expected for like launch, but then grilling him, like going system after system, like boom, 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 boom. Like that
Yeah.
was the zingiest. Beam you up. Come into the live stream, Q. Where are you, friend?
yeah.
How do I beam you up? Where are you? Hi, Oracle. We also have Nice coming in. Nice, get in
Nice.
here. Oh, Nice. We have some
Nice.
questions for you on behalf of our community. There we go. All right. Hey, all right. I grabbed in an Erwin and a Nice. Hello, friends. So, for those of you in chat, hi, welcome. Now that we've kind of done watching the live stream interview with Steven, this is our Tavern Talk. We like to bring people in, we like to discuss things, and Nice, we've been trying to ask you a couple of questions for a little bit. I hope you don't mind.
No, I'm the person that do the interviews. I'm supposed to be on the other end. What the hell is this about?
No.
See?
No, it's been too long. We need to
It's
actually
been
get you
too
on
long.
another interview next year too. But so one thing, by the way, welcome in, Mr. Noobtastic. One thing that we were wondering is you played a lot of New World, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did that
Yes.
feel with New World shutting down?
Saddening. It's actually, when it shut down, it finally got really good, unironically. Like, I was really enjoying this last season.
Oh, man.
So like that made it hurt. I was like, let me go back and give it another try. And I was like, oh, this is literally amazing. I could have a fully released MMO, have fun with New World, hop on. I enjoy the PvP, and then I got Ashes for like my social side of things, and waiting for that to finish cooking, and yeah, just out of nowhere, boom. But yeah, that sucked.
Goodbye, New World. Yeah, that was unfortunate. We were talking about how New World not only just launched a DLC, but like less than a month later, it was like, eh.
Right.
So
Yeah, and it was a
There was
DLC everyone was apparently hyped for. I only say apparently because I didn't really jump into the New World thing, so I missed that whole experience.
Chris Thunder is wondering, is Fighter getting buffed?
Fighter
This is
needs
one
to
of
be
your guys'
nerfed.
questions.
Fighter needs to be nerfed.
Nerd.
She's strong.
You settle down over there.
Soon.
I have to say, something with the New World situation kind of reminds me of the start of the Final Fantasy series.
Mm-mm.
In that, they released the first Final Fantasy game as what it was supposed to be the last game they ever make, because
Yeah.
they weren't doing well. They had no money. This was the last thing they could actually make before closing down.
Yeah.
I'm wondering
Not so
if
much anymore.
Not so much anymore, yeah. Also, for like Anarchaotic says, I came from New World to Ashes a little over a year ago. We were watching New World be built, pivot, and then fall, all from being in the Ashes community, because our guild, fun fact, was intending to go to New World before they did the pivot. So we actually don't have any experience with New World. That's why we had some questions for Nice. Like, how does Ashes feel compared to New World for you? Because I remember there was this issue, and I think we definitely saw Jamie get a little feelings about this, but New World specifically seemed to have like a cookie cutter thing, and the concern was Ashes turning into kind of a cookie cutter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what are your-
and I think honestly you're gonna keep seeing that happen. I think we're gonna see, I personally think you can already
Yeah.
see it, but we're gonna constantly keep seeing more and more compromises, and the subject to change caveat, the subject to change trap card be pulled a lot more as we get closer. But it's just necessary sacrifices for them to see that 1.0 launch. As far as New World, I was fortunate enough to never play New World at launch. I didn't start playing until Brimstone Sand, so I missed that whole New World launch. I didn't even follow it during alpha and when it was changing everything. But as far as the cookie cutter thing with the towns and such, Ashes wasn't going to be that. Now it is that with the node layouts. I think I think we're going to start seeing a lot more compromises. It just depends on what you compromise. Some things I'm pretty sure we can like go through a list and you'd be like, okay, I mean, if they change that, it's not what I was expecting, but it won't be the worst thing. There's some things you'll probably be a little bit more like, what the hell? I mean, remember New World tried the whole no fast travel thing, right?
Yeah.
Now they got way shrines everywhere. I'm not saying Ashes. I don't think Ashes would ever do that, because I mean, so much of the game, caravans and stuff, it wouldn't make sense, right? But that's just a rough example. But you can see there's going to probably be compromises in design, whether that's to sacrifice and make a 1.0 a lot better, or because they're getting a lot more new feedback from players, unlike us, who haven't know life the development of an alpha, and they're like, "Hey, I know we're new around here, but this feels shit. Have you ever considered this, or can you compromise on this, or can we get a couple more instances over here? This feels bad."
Yeah, absolutely. And I think like peak Steven is him being upset at New World for pivoting and then being sad that New World closed. Like that shows you, I mean, those that just came from Esfan's interview, Steven was talking about he likes to see a bit of competition within the gaming sphere. And every time one of these MMOs breaks down, Vertek and I were saying on our channel that removes an option from the MMO community. If Ashes is not your cup of tea, and there's another MMO out there that might be more of your cup of tea, but it dies due to lack of funding or whatever other issues, that's unfortunate. That means that there's another potential game that somebody now won't be able to try. And I think it's healthy for a market, I think, to have competition.
Not to mention, like, there's also the content cycles as well. Like, new content drops, you finish the content, and some people just start to get bored. So if there's other games out there that are fun and interesting, you can jump to that, play that for a little bit, and come back when new stuff's dropped, and just kind of bounce between them and keep them both alive, you know?
Yeah,
Competition helps everybody when there's other things in the space. Like, that's why, like, I even saw some people being happy New World shut down. It's like, you don't realize this only hurts your favorite MMO. Like, it's only less competition. Like a game I don't cover as far as content wise, but I think we all actually played Dead by Daylight together before. But like I play.
You're scary as a killer.
I follow that game and play it a lot. Like, I just don't do content around it, right? And a common consensus, which is probably undeniably true with that game, and as far as that genre of game, like asymmetrical horror, is the issue is Dead by Daylight has no competition. There's nothing that's even remotely close. Like, you're just not touching it. The amount of licenses they got, how long they've been around, how good they are. They had, like, if they fuck up, it's like, where are you gonna go? There's no other option on the market for anything close. And you see clones of it try to come, and they fizzle out, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in like 30 minutes. I mean, it's 30 minutes. In like 1 year, it's simmered out. So whenever you see an MMO fail, like, you need to see competition. Like, you need to see your MMO. The devs of your MMO need to look at, like, oh damn, they got a lot of players on Steam over there. What'd they do? Well, they just introduced this new patch where they added gliders, they added this feature, they added ships and this and that. Like, oh, we should do that. Like, because everybody's going over there to try that. Like, boom, now everyone's happy, everyone's uplifted. So competition breeds success for everyone.
Also, not to mention, without competition, you aren't getting pushed to make your product better or whatever it is. Like, for us being in the CC sphere, like, you guys and all the other CCs, which congratulations to all the people that got invited to the official content creator program. But like, we literally push each other to not only make better content, but make sure that our content looks better and is better produced or better set up in a way that is, like, I don't know, either more niche to ourselves or just whatever it is. We kind of push each other in that way without also stepping on each other's toes. And that's my favorite part about this community.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in the background, like, it may not be apparent to a lot of people that just kind of watch different content creators, but the Ashes content creators always helping each other out with ideas, with like improvements and all that. It's actually pretty great. We love everybody in this community. They're fantastic.
Do I have to start in the anvils if I want the ram mount? Yes, that is specific to the anvils. You
never know what games they. Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
Oh no, I was just saying the Alien Ruin just gives you a horse. You probably should get an AOC account. I believe all of the shop items are going to be through the AOC shop, so you're going to want an account for that still. But it's a free account, so.
Thank you, Sinflow.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll still need an Ashes account.
Yeah.
Because it's logging into their systems.
But you just want to link it. Link them. Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure for visuals, but the Rams in the Anvil's side have different names depending on which side you go on.
Yeah. I feel like it's because it's somewhat of a race specific mount, RAM mount. Maybe we'll see that something like that for the humans with the Valoon versus the Kalar. So will linking
I
only
think
be
they
available on
actually do
release?
call them
No.
different. I think the one in Samia's is called something else. Like the one you get in Lionhold is something Charger.
Let me get you that link unless somebody in chat wants to get it for me. You can link your account right now to Steam. We've already done it.
Yep.
Everyone in the community is good except Chappy J. That guy.
That guy's a little sus.
That
Just
guy.
saying. That guy.
Yeah, just saying. For me, it isn't. Maybe because my account, I refunded Alpha Key. It shouldn't be about that. You have to go into the ashesofcreation.com, go into your account, and then under connections, it'll have a spot for you to do a Steam connection. It shouldn't have to do with your purchase at all. If you still have issues with that, I'd definitely open up a CC ticket because I believe Intrepid's been having a little bit of issues with people
CS
connecting
ticket?
their Steam account.
Yeah.
Sorry, CC by customer care is what I mean. My company calls it the CC. I went a little corporate for a moment there. Jedi Drive-By says, "How
girl.
nice! I love his YouTube videos. We love his YouTube videos too."
Hey, nice. Jedi
Oh,
Drive-By
thank you,
loves your
Jedi.
YouTube videos.
I love
Yeah.
his name.
Me too. By the way, welcome in everybody. I want to say hi to Extra, C Sexton, Snow Goose, Retro Codes, love it. Agent Cuddles, Cole. Welcome in everybody. Nice to have you in here.
Nicest awesome videos are how I ended up here because I loved his videos. 1vx PvPs in New World.
Oh,
So when I left there, I watched some of his other videos and stuff, and that's how I learned about Ashes.
Holy cow, did we just experience how I was introduced to Ashes that doesn't involve Peon?
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
It doesn't involve
definitely
Lazy
was
Peon?
not
Oh my
Peon.
gosh. Holy cow. Nice, you're
course, of course.
revolutionizing the scene.
right.
here.
You're always welcome to also join our Discord. We welcome any and all questions. Vertec and I have been around since Kickstarter, and we created this podcast in 2018 and became the Golden Feather Tavern in 2019, and we've been going very strong ever since. And we love questions. We love helping the community, and all of our content is community centric. So we couldn't be here without you guys. I saw something. If you're unsure if you're connected to your account, go to Steam, and if you did, it's in your library. There you go. That too. Also, I could totally see people that have connected their account as like owns the game versus are like wishlisting the game. So that's another thing if you have friends. But TJ Booker is asking, any idea Summoner is good in PvP? Now, I don't PvP. Nice, I know you do. I don't know if anybody else here tested out PvP with Summoner.
I
I'm not-
chance to test it, but
No?
the kit, it should be pretty. I mean, silences, dots, depending on how you use your pet, especially the 4 seconds of damage immunity. Like, is it going to be like the best? Or I'm not one for tier lists and all that. And like I said, I didn't test it in PvP, but it has a great kit. But yeah, remains to be seen for me.
I was told the GTK on it was very, very comparable to everyone else. So
Somebody, Gamak says it was nasty.
Dots and silences,
Nasty
man.
PvP.
Like, oof.
It's probably like every other thing, every other class and whatnot that gets introduced in like every MMO. It starts out probably a little OP because they're not sure, you know, how well it's going to land, and maybe people need to try it. And no, they start it and they just launch full tilt into the min max, and they make it a monster. But
I still
yeah, I
don't
was
know what
just-
I'm using tomorrow.
I was just saying, like, when the other day when we were on, like, Summoner is just all about nasty effects to people. Like,
Yeah.
half of their skills do something, silence or like stun or like something. It does something bad.
Yeah, like a silence or a immobilize in PvP is like more detrimental than a stun. Like it can a well-timed silence or immobilize is kind of gross.
Yeah.
not to mention that
No.
23-second dot.
One thing
Yeah.
we're talking about being concerned with, and I think this is brought up in your interview as well, is that the dots being either during a duel or after a PvP situation still remaining, kind of an issue with, I think, bugs and stuff, and causes someone to possibly die and or another person to become corrupted after
Like,
exiting PvP.
Since I haven't gotten that far in, like the biggest that I've had was hacks, Hex, and even if it's like 20 seconds left in the cooldown, as soon as it dies, the cooldown gets lifted as well. So you can instantly reapply it.
There's also another skill that drops its cooldown by like 5 seconds. You taking actions reduces it further. It's crazy. Yeah, Hex hurts.
Yeah. By the way, so one comment is from, I think, Jedi, saying, I want to play Summoner, but I feel like the servers are going to be so lopsided with Summoners everywhere. And yeah, I think so, but like the cool thing with Summoners, also hi Fupo, is that the Summoner, you can have your tank pet, you can have your DPS pet, you can have your Healy pet. So if you want to be a cleric helper or a bard helper, if you will, you can have your Healy pet out and it'll help with healing. So I love that. Or, you know, if you are waiting for a tank or your tank went AFK, you can pop out your tank pet and boom, now you got like a little pretend tank for a minute. As long as you got the heals.
Biased opinion, Rogue is Biss.
Rogue is Biss. Hey, there's the
there's
crack
a signature.
By the way, if you join our Tavern Talks or our streams a bit more whenever Erwin's involved in voice chat, you usually hear that. We love it.
You know when he's here. You know when he's here.
And
yeah,
I wanted
area
to
is
interject
in the
earlier,
background.
But
with the stone arch over the water. I'll have to look at that again, Stick. I'll keep my eye out. I'll let you know when I see it.
Nice that brought up the cookie cutter builds earlier when I was away, because I was listening on the phone. And I gave the perfect response, I thought, of course, nice, you know, in order to fix this. And I don't know if you watched the Crafter Summit or not, but do away with the crafting system and give us PoE crafting. No one item is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like that, and I think Zybak's question was leaning to something which I don't think Steven was like really understanding or catching on, and like trying to introduce, like making stuff run out. And I kind of wanted to interject, but I think there was like enough interjection, like we were never going to get through the questions. So,
oh my gosh, yes.
But the perfect example would have been one that Steven talked about in a previous interview, where someone brought up like, okay, animal husbandry, like the thing with that profession is once everybody gets their mounts, they don't need it again until like the next tier. So they were like, okay, what if your mount after 10 deaths, like you got to get a new one? That's like a gold sink that keeps a good in-game economy flowing when there's like durability. I'm not saying I want my legendary weapon to break, but things like a mount dying after the 10th time permanently, or needing maybe someone in animal husbandry to give it back those 10 lives or to renew those 10 lives, little stuff like that, little sinks or things like with durability in that sense is very important.
Yeah, I still think it's a great idea to make durability just reduce by 1 every time you use an NPC to repair it. If you use a player to repair it, which requires some items, and hey, cheers, by the way. Thanks for bringing your friends over here. But yeah, if max durability reduced by 1 every time you use an NPC instead of a player to repair it, that used items, and you pay the person obviously for their services. And then eventually you would get down to such low durability you have to use a player, and it's going to take much more resources to repair it back to full. And
so go the Dune route, but then be able to recover that unrecoverable part from an NPC.
Yeah, by playing a player with actual materials and gold or whatever it is they're looking for in trade. Now, that would at least keep money flowing through. It would keep a constant material and money sink going at all times. And then, if it does hit 0 because you just never got a player to repair it, then yeah, maybe it just breaks permanently at that point.
Yeah. Oh, are you talking about...
Len Shark says, as a shark, I'm okay with that system.
Hi, Shark. Welcome in. Cheers. Thank you. Hope all is great, you two. It is. We're super excited for the early access tomorrow. I hope all is well for you as well. I hope you had a great time streaming. Qsera says, I think it's Qsera. I'm not sure. Sorry, let me know. Bad idea, in my opinion. It penalizes the people already getting rolled by other things. Why does everyone want to compound losses or loses on death? And I mean, that's the thing that Vertec and I are kind of concerned about, especially with the PvE stuff. You want these really hard bosses like what's being displayed within the Harbinger system. But like the death situation, it's just, I don't know. I'd be too scared to even touch that thing. I don't want to die. I'm good. I'd like to keep my stuff. I don't want XP debt.
Yeah, there's a limit to where too much punishment or pain or loss and durability, all that stuff, where it's like, all right, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. Like I remember, well, any phase I played tank, which was all of them except for one, where it's like, if the healer or the cleric fucks up, I'm the one that's wiping the most. Everybody else runs away, like, oh, tank died, run away. Meanwhile, I'm eating repair costs. I lost my glint, some of the materials I had on me, and it's just like, this is just fun.
That's the kicker, isn't it? Like when you die, you get repair cost plus on top of that less glint.
Yeah, then XP debt, and then it's just like,
Vertec feels your pain.
Don't I know it?
That's why I was so broke all the time.
I have no glint. I have no money. I'm just dead all the time. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Conversely to that, though, I also had to suffer through Vertex Bard learning phase.
Oh, goodness. I would love that.
It does take a minute to learn the Bard.
It sure does.
Just saying, it does take a minute. But
Zena says, what would you guys feel if Ashes added a camera panning over the shoulder type effect when talking to NPCs for quests, and when loading into the game or major POI, there's like a camera flyover shot? I would love to see that. Oh my gosh.
Honestly, yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all about the cinematics. So I know early on when they kind of said they weren't doing a lot of big cinematics for Ashes, I was kind of sad. But then they put out the most recent one. Like, okay, cool, you guys are doing it. Awesome. Glad to hear that.
Careful, Tomac. Careful, Tomac. The bloodthirsty one will jump over the bar.
What else? Tank Life, yeah. Who doesn't enjoy the stories you get from Eve on how many mil was lost to ships? Yeah. Honestly, I also just don't want there to be too heavy of a death, you know? Like, if you put too many negatives on dying, it limits how much like risk people are willing to take at that point, I think.
True.
Oh, Zenith, you didn't see that, but yeah, it was Ziba Tango said, be right back shortly if you're still here. I need food real quick, then might take my last shower until mid-January.
Oh
yeah. Vertec, we might want to put our nameplates back over, especially with so many people coming in. Hi, I'm Chibi Bree, by the way. This is Vertec.
I'm gonna do this. I'm going to...
it was probably a sub when Erwin threw out a community gift sub of 20 subs. You were probably one of them randomly chosen, so cheers for that. Welcome in.
Ta-da!
That idea just smells good, right?
Bear with me while I adjust this on the screen. It's gonna look wonky for a few minutes, folks. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. Are you like adding me on me and you on you, for example? Yep. Okay, exactly. Got it.
I was so upset that it won't let me do it anonymously.
Aw. If dying is too much punishment, then the meta shifts to adopt doing safe content. Yeah, I think that it's so like there's a fine line between making sure that people feel well worth of the risk, especially for people like Nice who love PvP content.
Weirdo.
But also making sure that it's not too safe. You know, you want there to be enough risk where it's interesting and fun to partake, but not so what's the word? Like a negative word where it's like overly
like overwhelming, overdoing.
Where like the negativity or the negative outcomes are so punishing. Thank you, Gravin. You don't want it to be so punishing to the point that it's not fun to try anything. I mean, I for one want to go out there and I want to smash my head up against some boss and see if I can take him down without too much fear of dying. But if it's overly punishing, then it ruins the fun of trying that type of content.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because I mean, I think we were talking about this in some of your Voices of Era streams where I thought it was kind of weird that they would put lessen death penalties in PvP objectives but not PvE objectives, because it's encouraging PvP but it's not encouraging people to go out there to the PvP areas that are going to be contested. And it's just like, PvE folks, they're just gonna die and lose all their stuff, and it's fine. They'll survive. They'll stay here. But PvP, however, we need to make sure the penalties are lessened so that they actually participate.
So, Pubsy, I love your sadistic view of enjoyment. and hilarity. However, I think it is important to let all the new people know that yes, if you loot somebody else's ash pile, you will turn purple and you will be able to be immediately actioned upon. So just, you know, heads up for
probably
that.
the most common early death in the game.
Listen, I'm just a little poor rogue just stalking you. It's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm totally not about to like shadow step behind you.
Erwin would totally understand you're new and just leave you alone. Absolutely.
Yes, always look around before stealing ashes, or be nice and run for your life while people like mob behind you angrily.
The amount of salt
I saw that video.
I don't train mobs on no one. I rarely even initiate PvP. If I looted your ash pile, you died to PvE, and I had nothing to do with it. No training, no nothing. And people send me so much salt just for picking it up and running. Like, I'm like, dude, like there's worse people out there.
Who wouldn't pick up free money on the ground? I'm just saying.
Hey, like you shouldn't have died.
I think to date that is my favorite video so far. Nice.
I died laughing.
That was pretty great.
If I had
that video, it made me realize I should have been a rogue. Like I was supposed to be. I'm over here looting and running as a tank. Like, I'm like if I could just turn invisible, that's probably more keen to my style, I guess.
Wasn't that
like a secondary choice?
Right. Yeah, wasn't that the same video where you were at what was it? I think. Actually, I forget exactly where you were, but I know you were doing a little thing where you're like, yeah, watch this guy try to train people on us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Watch. Yeah, dude spent so long training on me. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like, watch, here it comes again. Here it comes again.
Yep. Same dude over and over again.
Little stuff.
He never got us. He just brought us free money and experience. That's fine.
Dude, there's something exhilarating about somebody trying to train mobs on you and you being able to handle that shit.
Yes.
Like, you're like, oh, you just brought me free XP? Thanks. Like, that happened to us a couple of times in Citadel. And I was like, oh, I got this. I'm the biggest healer ever. I don't know. It felt like super
that is like going in the
awesome.
hyperbolic time chamber as a cleric or a tank.
Yeah.
Right.
And that one time we were doing crates to Azmoran. Like people kept on training mobs onto us, and like we just kept killing them like one after another.
Yeah.
And like, we just messaged, "Thank you for giving us XP."
Oh my god.
When Vertex was in his bard running phase and I was doing the tanking thing, we had, I think it was like 4 or 5 different iterations of different people try and kite onto us, and there was nothing more satisfying than being able to take it and out heal it.
Yeah,
and being like, suck it, nerds.
Yeah. But by the way, for those of you asking, because there's a couple of people like, oh, it'd be so cool if there's like a purple guild. There's actually a guild called Purple. I believe they are NA. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did some envious people go there?
Yep.
Okay. I thought I had heard that.
Yep.
Wasn't sure.
They don't stay purple the whole time, because if you're purple when you enter a town, you will die.
Yes. So be careful. Definitely do not loot ashes in the middle of a settlement.
Turn
The
off your
guards
flag.
will murder you, or when you're in Ember Spring. Murdered.
Yeah.
Immediately murdered.
I remember on December 1st, I just looted a body close to an Ember Spring just to see how fast it would happen.
Yeah. No, it's like literally within like a second or two, and you're just gone. You blink and you're like, what happened? Okay, so nice.
To blink.
Right. I wanted to know, what was one of your favorite questions that either you or somebody else asked on the interview?
Ooh. Favorite one?
And it was it the one that pissed off Zybeck?
Like, poor
there were many that pissed him off.
Making fun of him the whole time, saying he looked angry like the whole time. I felt so bad.
Yeah. No, I'd say it's either, unironically, the very first 2 questions of the interview. One bias, the one with melee versus range, like how, there's, you just might as well be range. I did like on the spot or whatever, Steven suggested, like he said, like I think 2 or maybe 3 of the things he said that he just spit like off the top of his head. Like I was like, that could actually help. Like that'll actually like work. That could be a good solution. So I like that one. And then Vladis's, where he kind of basically all but confirmed beta next year, what second continent cut and all that. It was just like straight up like yes, no, whatever. By the way, Intrepid or anybody listening, you guys know I'm known for the 2-part questions, the twofers, right? Margaret and Adam sent me a message like, hey, don't you do it. Don't do it. Like, hey, can you adjust this question? This is technically 2 questions. Meanwhile, Vladis had a whole bullet point, and it's just like, oh, that's 2-part.
Yes.
I was waiting to hear you say something.
Vladis has a 16-part question. I'm like, oh, okay. I see what we're doing here. Okay. My bad for 2 sentences. My bad. I went too far.
Actually, the problem was you used a period. Okay. Or a question mark. There was punctuation.
I should use bullet points.
Yeah, bullet points. Absolutely. Like, just put in like reference. Like, this is just the context part. Here's the actual question. Totally.
Please answer the below items. Castles win.
But
naval combat win.
Gang.
Semicolon gang in it.
yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, no, I mean, I feel it though. When we get people on our summits and we're like, okay, submit a question. I get like a paragraph of a question sometimes, and I'm like, ooh, that's a question.
Nice. I was watching that interview, like when he had all those bullet points. I was like watching you to see what your reaction would be.
Was it on my face?
Yes, sir, it was.
I do have to say that you and Zyback both have the most telling of faces and reactionary facial expressions that I have seen. And I went through coin and psyops in the militaries, though.
So
we love you. We're not hitting on you at all.
Was it also just me, or was everybody kind of elated with the combat pets might be delayed?
Pets.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, Vladis was so excited over that.
Yeah.
Vladis like jumped out of his chair and shit.
It's the face of ultimate victory right there.
Absolutely. How often is the live stream? Because I heard it's hard to see you guys online. Yeah, so hey, Sue, we actually usually live stream around this time every Tuesday, 9 to midnight. And then we do a once a month now official like podcast thing for us on the first Saturday, maybe pushed back depending on what all timing is going on. For example, we pushed back last Saturday because we had our summit last Saturday. This Saturday is our guest. But I also have in our Discord all of the events so that you can see it in your time. And I'm trying to get better at posting it online. It's just a lot to juggle with also our 9 to 5s, or my 9 to 5 at least. Will be a daily live gameplay. I wish, friend. There's going to be a lot of other people doing daily lives. If I didn't have a 9 to 5, believe me, I'd be doing daily lives. I've been telling Vertec about this for like a year. So,
but yeah,
I wish.
Yeah, the combat pets, they were actually going to be kind of more similar to like the battle pets in WoW, but they would actually do combat damage in PvP and PvE. But it would be different than the summoner pets, because summoner pets are an actual vertical scaling of power. You get more powerful when you pull them out. But the combat pets were supposed to reduce some of your personal power in order to have a little buddy running around with you doing things too.
Yeah. Also, like I wonder if the summoners pets kind of adjusted their outlook on the combat pets. Curious.
Yeah. A little fun fact. Crazy, not crazy relevant to what you said, but kind of. If y'all pay attention in the summoner stream, are you guys aware of this mob in the ruins of Cephalon? It's called the Wandering Aberrant. It's like black. It's got. So apparently, my theory is that's going to be one of the summoner augments.
The tameable summoner augment.
Because they said there's a reason for it, but it uses the same exact mesh that the current tank pet used, and there's a reason for it, and he just dropped a little subtle hint there. So
it looks similar for sure.
Yeah, that was the golem thing. I forget what the golem thing's name is. The aberrant being that big black thing that would have like the spikes shooting out of it.
Yeah.
I could absolutely see them using it as a skin for the DPS one for sure.
To capitalize on that, you also know that there's 3 or 4 different level iterations of that throughout the world, right?
Of the mob itself?
Of the Aberrant, yeah.
Yeah.
So you could potentially go and tame or grab a new pet to make that. My next question is, and I wish I could have asked this in that stream, do you think there will ever be a pet build? Like a zoo build?
Nah, I think they're gonna... They say they're gonna let the necromancer, the summoner have multiple pets, but I don't want to say I don't believe it, but I don't foresee a zoo build being possible. You can do a zoo zerg. That's hard to say. Zoo zerg.
But I'm gonna name my summoner now.
I can foresee that.
You don't see them doing like some sort of cooldown, 2 minute, 3 minute, whatever you want to call it, where they can summon all 3 of their mobs to do.
Yeah, like a temporary summon. Yeah.
I think double summoner could do that.
Yeah, that's what I hope. I'm gonna call it here because I gotta get some rest and prep.
No worries.
Tomorrow.
Thanks for dropping in with us.
Hope y'all have a fun launch day. GG.
Yeah, you too. Looking forward to seeing the videos you produce out of it.
That's it.
Yes, thank you. Peace.
Take care, friend.
Oh wait, before you leave. Oh no, I was gonna ask what server.
He probably doesn't know either.
He probably doesn't know either. None of us know.
Pockets, what server you guys going to?
Yeah, Pockets.
Yeah, no, we're still trying to figure that out ourselves.
Yeah, we are NA. We're East Coast of NA.
Some of us.
So. Well, I'm talking about he was asking TGO.
I gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, our guild is like kind of smattering.
Oh, okay.
So, Grey Sentinel's going Shoal. Okay, good to know. Graven.
Poopo's going to all of them.
Yes,
All of them.
I imagine he would be. Zuzerg Tech is born. Oh no.
Poop was over here spending the
anything?
first hour reserving his name on all the servers.
Yeah. We're not sure what server we're going to. It's still the unofficial RP server. I'm guessing if there's enough RPers going there, probably. I'll be on the server you are all on. Aww. Heck yeah.
Sweet.
Well, as soon as we know, we'll share it out, especially in our Discord.
Okay.
Not to mention that we've gone from 2 NA servers to 3 now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're up to 3 now already. Hey.
Potentially more.
4. I'm gonna say 4. No, Lilith is back.
You were in our voice chat the other day when we were I think it was last night even, when Dusty was like going over all the large streamers that are coming to Ashes potentially, and the view counts that they have. I was like, oof, a couple of those just like would take up an entire server if all of their viewers just popped on Ashes.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
Yes, Lyneth is back.
Yep.
Yeah,
We now have Joel, Resna, and Lyneth confirmed. Yes. Oh,
So-
Vicky baby, welcome in. I saw you in Whitestone's chat. Welcome in, friend.
Yeah, you also know they're going to keep in mind that there's going to be a steep drop off, so they're probably going to take the capabilities that they found out their servers can handle as far as massive population and probably really push that boundary for the first couple weeks. But
Yeah.
you know, we'll see.
Yeah. Also, I just want to quickly say, DJO Hinda, I'm not sure how you say that. Welcome in. Widowed Ree? Cairo, Quake, Stick, Voss, and Dookie. Thank you all for the follows. Welcome into the tavern. We love having you guys here. Feel free to ask us your questions. We love answering questions. Is there going to be an OCE server? Not at this time. It's, I believed, only EU and NA. But one of our thought processes is that they are working on getting the game to a polished enough place with also some localization before opening up another server.
Yeah.
So eventually they plan on having an Oceanic, but not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, eventually. Not currently though.
Localization's not where it needs to be.
Server merge incoming in a month, probably when it like dies down a little bit. But hey, they need to test that too.
Yeah, that's got to be tested anyway. So
it's only been tested once, and then we didn't see the results of it.
Yeah. I mean, it was interesting. We got to test the results. I like there was like the name tags above people's names on like what server they came from initially.
I still think, you know what, if two servers they need to merge end up being roughly the same size and activity, but they're both just so low they need to merge, I think there should really be like a battle to see which one survives.
Yeah.
Like they should have like a big PvE event that turns into a PvP/PvX event, and
it's
whoever saves the most, like,
all over again.
yeah, whoever saves the most nodes from corruption ends up their server's one that survives, and everyone on the other one transfers over to that one. I think that would be a fun way of figuring it out.
Yeah.
On unofficial channels, I've learned that Resna is going to be designated the PvP server, and Lothari is going to be the PvP server for EU.
Interesting.
Unofficial.
Really curious to see how that pans out.
Yeah, I'm like, we've heard that kind of stuff before, and then
My spies are doing their job, so.
Unofficially designated as the PvP server. Yeah, I saw that in an announcement in one of the community chats I was in, or community servers I'm in.
So basically nothing new.
Unofficial per Sixon, exactly. That's who I saw from Sixon. But yeah, also for those of you wondering, the reason why we have to say unofficial is because like Ashes is not ever gonna make. I mean, that's not wood, but Ashes is not making a official PvP server or an RP server. As much as the community would like that, I think Steven is kind of leaving that to the community to figure out for themselves and to facilitate for themselves.
Yeah,
Which we demonstrated in Alpha 2 was we had crazy extreme PvPers on one server. We had this tight-knit group which did enjoy PvP, but not necessarily of the same nature that the other group did.
Yeah.
And one server prospered via PvE-wise and node development-wise and stuff like that, whereas the other one was...
Chaos?
Yeah.
Chaos. But
it was absolute chaos from everything I heard, read, and saw.
One thing I'm really looking forward to, though, is just seeing how the community interacts with all of this EA stuff. How long will people stick around for? What are people feeling and things like that? I'm pretty excited to see just how this all pans out. But I think one of my favorite things to do with the fact that there's like these 3 like interviews one right after the other. They're 3 very different interviews too. I mean, Dusty's was very like generalized in terms of like expectations and like how Steven saw the future coming, and then the panel was very like nitty gritty, like, okay, we need answers, give us answers. And then the one that was with Esfan just now is very much more geared towards the new person coming in. And so if you're wondering our thoughts on those, I think that that's exactly what it is. If you're a new person and you want to know about Ashes and you want to know a little bit of the lore behind how Ashes came to be, which is one of Vertex and my favorite things since it came from the TTRPG space initially, that's a great interview to go and watch. But if you want to kind of dig into some of the nitty gritty, especially with PvP, things like that, definitely go watch the panel if you haven't already. Is a dandy man? Every server is an RP server if you drink enough. I love that.
Yep.
We'll come in for one.
I'll drink to that.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I'll drink to that, right? Cheers.
I need to get more drink to that.
Sir.
The dandy man says, I think it would truly depend on how much they respect the player's time. An example is PAX Day taking literally days to build even basic equipment. I mean, it also depends on what you mean by respecting the player's time. There's a level of casual versus like you actually need to work to progress. And Vertec, do you want me to get you a new cup?
Oh no, I can run down and grab it.
Okay.
I have delivery children for this.
Someday.
Vertec is sporting his new tunic, by the way.
Erwin has abs.
Oh yeah, I am.
Fresh off the caravan.
It's fancy. I like it. I can honestly see rocking this in everyday wear.
Yes, it looks comfy. All right, so Hera is saying, what race will everyone be playing? I've been back and forth on this question. So Vertec is going to be Vec. I'm going to be Pyre. What about you guys?
I'm going to be Renkai.
Dwarf
I'll
Rogue.
be Renkai. I'll be a Renkai. That's only because Telnar isn't around yet.
Dwarf Rogue to piss off Planendorf when I tell him I found another bug.
But what kind of dwarf? Nikua or Dunir?
Dunir.
Dunir.
Yeah, we're gonna go
rise up.
beard this time.
Is Bard more
the
complex
slider.
compared to Mage? Well, first off, welcome in Alonzo. Alonzo is amazing. Got it. Alonzo, welcome in. Is Bard more complex compared to Mage? In a different manner. I think both have their own complexities. They came out around a similar time and were both, I believe, designed by Bucky.
I will tell you, Alonzo, coming from a prior Mage main before Rogue came out, I hate Bard. It is my least favorite thing to do. But then we're also joined by 2 other patrons in here that love Bard.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of them have played a Mage to max level yet. So
I did in phase 1.
I played Mage to max level, and I played Bard to 12, and I said, fuck this. So
I'm
only
confused.
played
I
Mage.
prefer... Sorry, go ahead.
I've only played Mage at max level because of PTR boosters.
Sue, you're saying I prefer Mage than Bard and Healer than Mage. Are you referring to Cleric then? Because technically Bard is a healer. Gotta be able to grow my pipeweed from my own antlers, right? Good night, Gravan. Sleep well. We'll see you in Vera. Real quick, hold on. Dookie Baby says, I'm a guy, but I'm making a pirate female, and I think I'm buying that booba skin set. Sorry, it's just the way I am. Also, I like the plant-covered throne mount, right? That's what I was saying. Also, nothing wrong with it. I mean, to quote a dude I heard, hey, if I gotta look at somebody's ass all day, may as well be cute.
Oh,
Who
man.
said that?
What dude?
Who's the guy that said that? That wasn't me.
Some genius must have said that.
Yeah.
Same High Knot.
Yeah, from as far as
I say
the
that.
Mage versus
I think a lot
Bard.
of guys say that.
Yeah, as far as Mage versus Bard, from everything I've seen and heard described about rotations and builds and whatnot with Mage, Bard's a little bit more complex. Because you have many situational skills that you can choose and pick from, and you can't really choose literally everything in your skill tree, so...
Also, to Kraz's question, does race have racial benefits or it doesn't matter? It doesn't matter in terms of your race, but in the future it will have an effect on your environment. So if there's a bunch of Renkai in Dunehold, don't let Thogley hear this. If there's a bunch of Renkai in Dunehold, which is a Dunir dwarven city, will turn into a Renkai architecture instead of Dunir dwarf architecture. So
we have goals.
There's also supposed to be racial aspects that you can augment your skills with.
So can I answer that question, Chibi?
Which one?
The next one, Dangerous Creations.
Yeah, go for it.
So we've had 2 people in our guild and 2 people that I know of from other guilds.
Can you read his question first for anybody who's like,
sorry.
Cool.
The question is, any chance I can play this game on my Steam Deck? I don't have a PC. We have had 2 people in our guild and 2 people outside of that with the people from our guild, or the one previously in our guild. They have since left, but then the other person is in the guild still. Have successfully done that to the Steam Deck, and it was no sense of easy steps in order to accomplish it, and they were able to play. So there's no official instructions out on it yet, and you're probably going to have to deep dive search to look for those.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
Possible but painful.
But
mine was going to complement that by saying I also don't know how, what's that word? When it's optimized. I don't know how optimized it's going to be.
Yeah, no.
It's not going to be until Intrepid makes it optimized for that.
Oh, I just meant for Steam Deck specifically.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
For Linux and a bunch of other operating systems too. It can be done. It's going to be atrocious. and great at the same time. So.
But also a question on that, because somebody was asking in S-Bond interview, does Steam support Linux?
Not officially.
Okay. Fair. Also, good morning. We don't really speak Russian, but I'll say good morning to you. If there's a chance, I'll fight it. Hey, you're saying there's a chance. Can I play on my TI-83?
No.
Is that a calculator?
Yeah, that is a calculator.
Only a nerd would know, I guess.
Yeah.
Steam OS runs off of Linux. Okay. Yeah, Google Translate. I didn't want to like botch it. There's some languages you try to use Google Translate back, and it's just like, no, that's just you just offended somebody's mother.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully
Vertec,
that came over well.
Hey, Vertec, I've got a call from HR.
Oh no,
I
not
am
HR.
Will we be able to check our in-game ping in early access or whatever? Yeah, you should be able to. There's a keybind. I believe it's page up, so you can see what your FPS is. You have the Linux distro. Like,
Shift Alt F.
Yeah,
Shift Alt S. Okay.
But that's the latency between your video card and your motherboard.
Yeah, input latency. It's
So
not actual ping.
there's not an official ping command yet.
Ooh, a new Steam machine. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good to know, Doug Meister. Steam has Linux distro that can natively run most Steam games. Not sure about EACs though. Yeah,
Doug,
not the network
wine?
MS then. I don't know about the network. Vertec, you know more about network, or Erwin?
Which one? Sorry.
They're asking about network ping.
Yeah, I thought that was a network ping.
Network? No, that's not. So the Shift F or the Alt Shift F command is your video card to your motherboard, not the actual network ping. Because if it was, I would be next to the server.
Ah, there you go. Okay.
And yeah, Landshark, we haven't picked one just yet. We're kind of in the process of that, trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Oh my god, is that actually working? Sorry. I think Restream was working properly this time. I was a little shocked. I know I shouldn't be, but what game are we talking about? Sorry, Wombat. I missed your question. We're talking about Ashes of Creation. But we were also talking a little bit about New World earlier with Nice Gaming.
And yeah, Deadly Swords. Chibi and I are both mostly PvE players. We feel that there's room, but you have to be able to accept at least some PvP occurring around you. And every once in a while, you're going to get, stabbed in the head.
Also, we are ambassadors for our guild, Nexus. If you are looking for a home, you are welcome to try your hand at Nexus. All of us actually in here right now are Nexus. I appreciate you guys putting Nexus in your name since it's showing up on stream that way instead of the tag. But yeah, we have a lot of PvE players in Nexus as well. Make friends, stab back. Yeah, exactly, Raven. I mean, what? That sounds like an Erwin thing to do.
It's true.
Jedi Drive by
Make
Nexus.
friends,
Yeah.
backstab.
Lots of us Nexus peoples here, and we're very open and welcoming of PvE. I will say we don't know what server we're going to yet. As soon as we know that, we will be happy to share it with you. You can always also join our Discord, and I can share it in there as soon as I know. But
there were actually discussions about that going on right about the time we were popping on here to stream. So
yeah,
we weren't able to continue those, but we're going to hop back in as soon as we tap out on the stream tonight.
Yeah, but also,
cheers.
I was going to say, for us that are PvE players primarily, I've had a lot of fun with group-oriented PvP, as long as it was kind of on my term. Will you guys be on until the opening? Oh god, that's a long time to stream. Yeah. No.
I wish I would absolutely do that. I still have a 9 to 5 to get to. Yeah, I gotta work in the morning. Must do work.
Mine's Moscato.
Thrived.
Mine is Moscato.
I'm drinking a peanut butter and chocolate moonshine.
Thank you, hair curls. Good luck to you too. There's 100 EST for opening. Yeah, it's roughly 1 p.m. Yeah. Welcome in, not that Judas. What time zone? We are Eastern US. What's the background screen? Which one?
Vertex is the tavern.
Vertex is the tavern. This is real.
Yeah, that's real life binder.
I made this. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of this. Vertex helped me, but this is all my planning.
Yeah, AFK Fishing Grandmaster incoming. Yes, Zeke. Get it.
Absolutely. What up? It's Ron. Welcome in.
Oh, the one showing the game. That's actually basically the intro video from when you log into Ashes.
Yeah, we actually, when we had Steven on for our interview with him back in September, October?
Yeah.
October, I think. When we had Steven on, we asked if we could have the video, and they gave it to us. So now we just use it for when we're not in game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Dudley. Dudley's saying that would be great then. I had an interest in Ashes since it was first announced, but I kind of forgot the game was PVX, to be honest. And I mean, there's a lot of things like honestly, Vertec and I think, if you pay attention and you know what you should and shouldn't do, you should be able to get away with not getting accidentally flagged for PvP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, like we both had a lot of worries about how bad it might get, and it's really nowhere near as bad as you might think it would get right now. But corruption is also a large deterrent, and it's really highly overtuned right now. And there's a lot of systems that aren't in place, like bounty hunting, that would combat, random PKs running around just trying to slay people for, crits and giggles. But over time, it's also going to be a lower population than it is right now in testing, because the ideal server pop is probably half of what it normally is in the testing right now. So
yeah,
it's definitely going to be a lot less than it's going to be on launch day for sure.
Yeah.
Launch day of early access, I mean. Sorry,
that being said, no, that's all good. Von says bought last week, so excited for the semi-real. Yeah, same. But also, like, things like I'm referring to are, like, if you think somebody's flag is about to pop off when it's doing the flashing between purple and white, don't put a dot on them.
Yeah, you
also,
should probably stop attacking.
Yeah, you should probably stop attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's the whole thing of, don't loot a body unless you're prepared to fight for it, because if you loot somebody else's body, that flags you. If you go into a lawless rotation zone, which are very clearly marked, that will also, flag you for PvP. So just all these things will be very, I think, obvious when you look at them or when you interact with them. Now, one thing I will say, what does dot mean? A damage over time. So a dot is when you do something like a burn, and that burn takes like 35 damage every 3 seconds or every second. That's damage over time, also known as a dot. And then the opposite is a hot, or a healing over time, where I am putting like a heal on you, and that's ticking healing for like 35 heals every second. Yeah, no worries. It's all good. It's a very common MMORPG nomenclature, but it's also more, I think, in the specialized MMO, like guides and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, also bleeds will also do some stuff. Can get nasty if you don't quit it before it falls off. But yeah, was discussing this with someone. If you're a purple and take or deal damage, you should probably add to the timer before flag falls off. Yes, I think that would be a good situation as well, because if you're getting dealt damage until that falls off, it should at least go back, like it should at least flash until that falls off, and then it can officially fall off after that.
Either that,
unless you deal damage, then it re-ups it. Sorry, Erwin, you said?
Either that or just negate the damage overall if the flag falls off.
Yeah. So I started blasting meme. Yeah, exactly. I cast fireball.
So I started blasting.
But yeah, I think that the one thing I was gonna say is, so I was chatting with somebody, and I guess their friend was being a bard, and they used one of their songs, bard songs, and I guess that flagged them in the city. So I feel like that's kind of a bug, because if you're not actively clicking on someone to attack them and you use a bard song, I don't think it should like do any damage to anybody. I don't know. It's one of those, like, that's a weird situation. I think it should definitely be brought up and or feedback be given on, because if you accidentally button smash, if you fat fingered the button that has that, that was an older bug that should be fixed. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. But I'm just putting it out there. If you're ever not sure, just, you know, leave a feedback, leave a bug report, and, you know, explain the situation and how it, like, what happened. And honestly, at the end of the day, this is an alpha. It's gonna suck if you accidentally go corrupt and lose stuff, yes, but you'll also, if you do it at lower levels on accident, there's also always options to get like better gear when you're higher level, and just, you know, learn from the mistake and don't do it again.
Remember to breathe.
Yes.
That's the key.
Breathe.
Just keep breathing.
Just keep breathing. But yeah, it's still test. I got wrecked by bugs every day. Yes. Spider wizard cast fist. What? I love that. It just didn't have as much time as I wanted to play. Yeah, that's fair. I played Ranger Rogue and was in the middle of Mage. Nice. Yes. So Hera, actually, they just updated their forums this last week. I was trying to go into the forums to look for, I think, Sunday's updates to the PTR, and I couldn't get into anything. I was like, what is happening? I was the reason why there ended up being a banner at the top saying that it's down until 8 p.m. Oh, wait, that was Monday, because that was when you were trying to do the PTR. New forums kind of suck. Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about them. I think they're trying to rework it. They definitely are trying to make it so that you can search for guilds a little easier on the forums, but I think it'll take some time. It'll get there. Definitely liked the look of the other ones, but hopefully this will eventually kind of sort itself out. Probably leave feedback on that too. I think Meps even asked for feedback on that.
I didn't think this would translate well into Ashes, but my first TPK one in like TPK in D&D has taught me the value of battlefield control. And like not to underestimate it in Ashes.
Yeah. But also, like Steven was saying in his interview with Espan, is that yeah, as a DM in my D&D groups, I definitely like make my players learn the hard way. I don't hold their hand all the time. And for a game that's supposed to be 1-to-1 with like his Pathfinder homebrew, I completely understand that mindset going into this game. They're getting rid of combat paths. I wanted a spellcasting cat named QGC. BWRNW Princess Donut, the Queen of Anchunk. I mean, hopefully they'll let you name your summons.
I mean, someday maybe.
I would love to name my summoning pets.
The Queen Anchunk.
But I love that. That's quite the title there.
It is.
All right, so... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I had the only pink Lechonk for the longest time on Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh
my gosh.
Allow me to tell you, because that's my favorite question ever. So, Steven's game, Ashes of Creation, is actually based on his homebrew of Pathfinder. I don't remember which version of Pathfinder. I think it might be 2. But he went from D&D to Pathfinder. Could be Pathfinder 3.5, I'm not sure. But in that time, he created a whole homebrew, a whole world of basically Ashes of Creation. And during the Kickstarter, the $10,000 tier allowed you to get the DM book for Ashes of Creation, which I am so jealous of. I don't have 10 grand to just throw at a Kickstarter. Otherwise, I totally would have done it. Really want that book, but a lot of the systems within Ashes are actually very similar to Pathfinder. So, for example, you've got these societies in Pathfinder, because that's actually how I started DMing. I DM'd Pathfinder 3.5. And so you have these systems that you can be a part of in terms of like different like guilds and stuff like that, different socializing groups, social groups. And depending on which group you were in, sometimes you'd get hidden secrets of knowledge before going into a campaign. And that was my favorite thing. I used to write down my players, like what secrets they knew because of their social groups that they were a part of, and give that to them And I see that with all of the things that Steven is trying to create with things like the Rogue Guild and things like that, the Thieves Guild. I could totally see the influence Pathfinder has on that. And I'm so very excited. And I have a lot of theories on it, and I can't wait to see how that transpires. But yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
Going what? Yes.
Yeah,
yes. I love it. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Hera was asking, our town's going to be customizable in terms of name, guard outfits, banner colors that we know of. I know the settlement names are definitely established. The type of settlement they are, like scientific, divine, etc., that's all established and set in stone. But as far as colors and banners and all, not certain. I don't think that's ever been asked of them, and they haven't said anything about that. I would assume that's already kind of established and set in stone as well, but
yeah,
sure.
they are. I probably have them already. Sorry,
I bet it's going to follow the suit of the race that influences the node or the settlement.
I could see that. Yeah, the color is kind of following the racial architecture.
Yeah.
But you can, if you have a tavern, you can put NPCs in your tavern, and I believe you would be able to name them and clothe them. Choose whatever like aprons or work attire that they should be having, etc. So I know the freeholds are intended to be a lot more. Actually, that was one of the reasons why this was from Dusty's interview with Steven. That's actually one of the reasons why freeholds are being held off right now, is because they wanted to have more customizable options for the freeholds, knowing that a lot of the player base wants that. And they wanted to work on a couple of things in the back end before reintroducing those.
Yeah, and
heck yeah.
by the way,
look, Oracle, you could still do a tavern brawl or run.
Tavern brawl. But yeah, Chibi, in case you didn't know, Veil Mistwarden says new cosmetics in the shop.
Yes, that was my aside real quick. I was like, yes, and I totally already have them.
yeah. She absolutely stomped up at one point in the day and says, I'm gonna get some cosmetics.
Yep, already bought them. Already in my account.
So you're saying we could name the tavern NPC keepers, bartenders, etc.
Potentially, yes.
What kind of contest can we run internally to the TGFT to name
Oh
these
man.
creatures?
Oh no.
You know what? We'll have to think on that.
That could be dangerous.
You're saying this like I have some nefarious plan.
You would never, and we know this, you would never, of course.
It's not like I'm gonna have you say, I need two bartenders. One needs to be called Frank, and the other one can be called Einstein.
Boom.
Oh my god, Frankenstein.
I'm looking forward to
it.
the tavern's pet cat being named Fupo, though.
Heck yeah.
I see that you already answered his question with Marshall. How in depth is character creation? Very detailed. It's pretty detailed. However, not everything is working. And I think there's a lot more work that needs to be done on it, but it's detailed. It's more detailed than some of the other character creators that I've used before.
Did somebody
Frying
ask?
pan. Nice.
Okay, yeah, Nootastic answered it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The PvP brawls to like championships are gonna determine the mayor thing eventually. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For the Marshall or the Marshall.
There you
Marshall.
go. Goose, if you know these, it's better than New World, but worse than Black.
Yep.
Marital settlements?
Are going to be
my god.
PvP combat.
Hey, I don't think the characters are that okay. The characters being ugly are completely up to your own opinion, because I think some of the characters are really pretty.
They've been pretty ugly, but they have actually started making improvements that's been noticed.
Slow and steady, but
basically the end goal is they want to be very close to or surpassing even Black Desert. Like BDO's character creator, that's their minimum goal. Last they said anything about it.
Nah, they're pretty hideous. Look, man, you did not see the mage girl from Kickstarter. Okay, that's what I'm comparing shit to.
Those dead eyes. Those dead eyes. There was no soul behind them.
Everything is better than the original mage girl, okay? Yes, Baldur's Gate 3 quality incoming, absolutely. I hope they stay ugly and not turn into K-pop idols. No, I don't think so. I mean, they have it super customizable, so you can make a really fat character, really short character, really old character, really like character.
Just saying,
you know.
Also, for those of you asking, it's already been confirmed by Steven. There will be chest and package sliders.
There are chest and package sliders.
You mean we're going to have physics?
Actual sliders, like actual sliders.
Physics?
Right now, they just kind of go along with something else.
Bald.
Yeah.
Physics.
Yeah, there's this. There's
some physics.
There was on one of their live streams before when they were showing off the character creator. Somebody actually recreated Asmonbald.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the character creator.
Thankfully, if you don't choose it, the only way that you could actually become bald is to put on branchlers and a hood.
Yeah.
There you go. Goose says, good, I can have man boobs just like in real life. For a while there, male elves, when equipping certain armor pieces, would have moobs.
Yeah.
So
they would turn into torpedoes.
Yeah. Conan Exiles level, go big or go home.
There's also the gear that comes out of Ruins of Cephalion. The plate chest piece absolutely makes it look like you have man boobs.
Well,
absolutely makes it look that way.
And then it looks like you have a nice belly button.
Zathrian, nobody has access to buy it currently. That does not become available until about 1 p.m. Eastern or 10 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. Also, it will be discounted, so just make sure you go ahead and link your Steam account to your Ashes of Creation Intrepid account, and you should be good to go.
And as far as the looking good goes, I'm going orc. I'm not trying to win any beauty contest.
Hey, we can make a glorious orc, okay?
Good. Because we'd hate to crush any dreams.
I need to do a challenge where I try to make the prettiest orc I can. Yeah, no worries, Zathrian. Welcome in, by the way. Sure. I gotta make up a new character, though, if I do the She-Hulk. Trying to win the Gear contest. Wow.
Hey, Jedediah.
Raid. Welcome in, Legion.
Hey. Yeah, thank you, Legion. Cheers to you. Thanks for bringing your friends over. How was your stream? What'd you guys do?
Yeah. Did you watch Isfan's interview?
And yeah, by the way, Jedediah, we're actually currently waiting for the early access release of Ashes of Creation on Steam tomorrow. It's an MMORPG. Easiest way to compare it, because everybody knows it, it's like World of Warcraft, but better. PVX, and what you do in the world impacts the world. Like the world reacts to what you do. You spend a lot of time, or if a lot of people spend a lot of time in a certain area leveling up and doing stuff, it's going to grow that area. That a city is just going to blossom out of the wilderness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and crafters make the best shit. So that's always good.
Crafters make the best shit. It was funny. Pockets was angry that he didn't get Steven's word like bitching in there. He's like, I clipped it, but it was like 1 second too late. It's what WoW wanted to be before giant shoulder pad love. Aw. Wow, Andy's right now. Oh no. It's not like World of Warcraft at all, though. Just better.
Yeah.
I mean, it also depends on who you're talking to. If you're talking to somebody who barely knows anything to do with the MMO genre, you know, comparing it to WoW, which is a very much more like well-known game at this point, would probably be easier for the person that doesn't really know anything. Like Vertex coworker doesn't know shit about gaming.
Yeah, no. Oh, no idea about it? Oh, man.
Well, welcome in. Yeah, we're following the game since 2017. I found out about the game on Lazy Peon's like 2017 new MMORPGs that are up and coming for the Kickstarter. And then I met this guy down here when I jumped into the Discord for Ashes. Unfortunately, the day after Kickstarter ended.
Womp womp.
So yeah, but I still ended up getting to back it, and now we both are here with our podcast since like 2019. So ask away. We love questions.
Yeah, and there you go. There's a little link to check it out. It's actually really good. Chibi and I have been following this since the Kickstarter for it in 2017. we've been just hyped about it the entire time.
Yeah. It's like
So-
RuneScape if RuneScape had good graphics. Fair.
Yeah, there you go.
Welcome in. Thank you, Goose. All right. Played WoW for 20 years. I'm just glad we finally have something to compete with it. Yeah, it was really funny. I think I was in college at the time and I was so tired of World of Warcraft that
Whoa.
oh my god. I'm
Thank
not
you,
even
anonymous
finishing that
gifter.
sentence. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you so very much.
I kind of hit my camera. Oh well. You just hear like a random can in the background.
Yes,
Oh
thank
my
you
god,
so very
that's
much.
so
though.
awesome. Yes, thank you. And all of that will be going back into TGF one way or another. Either making the stream better, helping us make mead. We like to make mead here.
Getting the mead making back up off the
5K
ground.
gifted. You're trying to give somebody a heart attack,
I had to
High
kill it so I could do
5K.
this.
5K
Hell
gifted.
yeah. Love it.
I'm just saying, High Knot,
Jeez.
if there was a 5K sub gift here, I would probably break into tears at that point.
I think I would
And I'm not a crier.
hyperventilate.
Yeah.
Will there be black chocolate in the tavern? In this tavern, yes. In Ash's tavern, I don't know. They have parlor games that they're looking to do.
They haven't shown any of the parlor mini games yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would just hyperventilate and then fall over.
Oh, wow, Zeke. Yeah, I remember you saying that you just don't really drink, so we feel privileged that you tried it.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
It's okay.
I'm
It's a
gonna
quick game.
I'm gonna start a stream
Debate.
called the Platinum Feather Tavern. Oh,
my
yeah. Are we
goodness.
gonna be competing? Are we gonna do like a battle of the taverns? You're
Where
gonna
do
be
you say
platinum.
go?
We're gonna be gold.
Let's go. Platinum or gold.
I hope they get some board games like Wingspan. Yeah, I think they're intending on eventually doing a board game IP. Trying to bait them. Oh my gosh. Hi, not. Don't do it. Mine is platinum. Bar Wars, it's on. More golder than gold.
More golder than gold.
More gold.
Are you guys going all gathering on your first
My gold,
characters?
my gold
I mean, I like playing my characters, but I might do more of my artisan stuff on a secondary character. I don't know. We'll see how I feel on how much time I have.
So,
But real quick. Yeah, Vertec.
I was going to respond to that, but if you wanted to real quick get something in there.
Nope. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah.
Just as long as I can go in after.
Okay. Yeah. So for me, I would say yes, because my first character is going to be like my main. It's probably going to be I guess it's going to depend on if it's the bard or tank. Both of those are probably going to be going full tilt gathering for the two grandmasters, because I'm going to be playing them the most. They're going to be out and about doing things. Anything else like processing and crafting can be done like by spot times here and there, right? But if I'm out and running around the world, that's the best character to be a gatherer.
Bank class, yes, absolutely. Yeah, same. I think being out in the world, if you see something, you grab it, kind of thing. My first name is going to be a cleric named Tank. I love that. Sounds solid. But the thing I was going to say real quick too is Jet Adaya says, would you say there are good Viking themes in the game? Viking themes are probably my favorite. And holding up mead? Yes. We like to make mead here at the tavern. This is the Golden Feather Tavern. And what's more taverny than making our own mead? And we actually recently just got some stuff in, and I'll be putting that in the subscriber patron only area. Just kind of showing some behind the scenes, but pretty soon we'll have a couple of videos coming out talking about our mead making and things like that. But Viking themes, I'm not really sure there are any at the moment outside of maybe some skins.
I mean, it's not Viking, but we got a bunch of dwarfs, you know.
Yeah, there are a bunch of dwarves.
We're very dangerous over short distances.
Yes, exactly. When repairs come in, crafters will need to run around more. Absolutely. You should name one Peterbilt, because full tilt like a Peterbilt. Oh god. I hope Ashes include mount racing events. Something. Yes, please. I love the Chocobo racing events from Final Fantasy.
Right.
Something like a fantasy Mario Kart where they can use abilities to interact or disrupt opponents, like WoW did. Oh, that would be kind of interesting.
I would like
Taylor?
mount racing for like blue scorpion sized mounts.
Yeah, there was
Mario Kart?
like these smaller scorpions that looked like little Mario Kart scorpions. That was kind of funny.
We
Caravan racing. Yes, caravan racing. We should do that. Sure, absolutely. Let's get a poll going for that.
Oh. For which one?
Are
For who's
you
calling in sick tomorrow?
tomorrow?
Fuck.
Oh man. You know,
Also,
Hera,
I will allow if you're choosing to work from home as a yes. I feel like that also fits.
Yeah, Hera, there's I don't know if you saw it, but they have these little scorpion broodling things. They're little tiny scorpions. And especially when you get a dwarf on there, it looks like a little Mario Kart race. They're so small and fast, they just zip around. They're probably about a third the size of the smallest other mount in the game.
Yeah.
So they're super mini. They look like a tiny baby go-kart.
Yeah. They also go kind of fast.
Sick because I put in PTO request.
There you go.
Some of us don't have PTO because we
by
got
the end
jobs.
of the week that Steam was announced.
I need a judgment call.
Yeah.
Technically, I'm not calling in for a sick day because I'm my own boss. So what am I voting? Yes, no?
Strong independent oracle here.
You need to call.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
We just had a separate.
So are you calling into your boss and on that one?
Oh no, you broke up a bit.
No. Oh no.
I'm in between jobs, so yeah, exactly. Just be a landlord and get that passive money, fam.
I'm with you, Lamina. And after looking at today's insurance rates, I was like, maybe I should go back to being jobless.
Oh my gosh. But
Hello,
yeah,
it's
hello
me again.
Me again. Love it. Megadeth. Honestly, don't waste sick time or PTO. There will be a Q or DDoS in my experience. I logged in at the same time I would have went to work the past Ashes release. Yeah, exactly. Not a poll for the jobless. Exactly. But yeah, I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. There are typically, like, I will say, just full transparency. This is Ashes of Creation's first time releasing a phase on Steam. So we have no idea what we're up against. However, I can say they did try testing the dynamic gridding and everything like that previously on their own launchers. Now, how well that works with the new first-time user quest line that gets you out of the starting zone faster, I'm not sure. Something tells my fiance would be interested in checking it out. How long have you guys been streaming? We've been streaming like today or in general? Because today we've been streaming for about 2.5 hours. We're going to be going another half hour longer, unless Vertec wants to keep it going. And in general, we've been streaming since 2018, 2019. So we have a lot of videos on our YouTube, which you're over on. There's a lot of content over there to check out. In general, we've been around. We're probably like one of the oldest, if not the second oldest streams for Ashes.
Yeah. We've been around a minute in one form or another. We did a couple months with we called it Ashes Party of 5, and the idea was we had 4 people with completely opposite views on everything, like PvE, PvP, PvP. I forget what the opposing view was. Either way, there were 2 different views with 2 different options each, and we all had different points on it. And then we'd invite a 5th person on. But keeping the schedule of 4 to 5 people, that was nuts.
That was harder than running a D&D session, I'm going to be honest.
it was rough. So we decided to tap out on that and just start our own thing with just the 2 of us. So
Lamina, yes, dynamic gridding was on PTR these last few weeks, and we had a lot of fun testing it. So it seems like it's doing pretty well. Also, welcome in, Salam. Lulz.
Desert's not real, man.
Rude. We're not going on that. We're not going on that. Yeah, good night, Jedediah. Nice to meet you. We hope to see you around.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in the tavern.
Also, if anybody wants to join our Discord while we're offline, we'll be back on Saturday. This is our last live stream for the week, I believe. up until Saturday at least. So if you want to hang out with us in our Discord, chit chat in there, ask our questions, please, by all means, come join us. We'd love to have you. Narc being never correcting me on stream. Yeah, well,
no.
I mean, that person did a lot of things, so.
I hate being right.
They've gotten significantly better with dealing with DDoS. That's what I've heard as well. Let's see. Yeah, live server. Definitely excited for the live server. Like when they finally launch it officially. Yeah. Saturday is the first Platinum Feather Tavern stream. I mean, the choice is yours, but wow.
Platinum.
By the way, that's our good friend Taffy, who unknowingly trolled me during a Ashes of Creation like charity stream by constantly picking my team to go in. No, you're not Taffy. Okay. By picking me to go into the bad room.
The bad room.
I'm an old guilty of his. Okay.
But yeah, Chaffee, honestly, it was an accidental trolling though, because it was during the Intrepid live stream with Minecraft. They had separated out into teams and they had to build something of a specific theme in a certain amount of time, but people could pay to do things like drop TNT into certain areas of certain teams, and he chose a lot of random ones that just kept randomly dropping the colored cube that would choose Chibi's team, and it was just TNT after TNT after TNT, just burning it to the ground.
To add insult to injury, I think my entire team was the first. Like we were newbies. We were newbies to like Minecraft. I don't really play Minecraft, so I was looking up how to make glass. I was looking up how to make other things. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just mad Googling over here on the second monitor while trying to like play and like give them instructions on how to do stuff.
I should work here.
Yeah, we ultimately didn't win because we got TNT'd so badly we barely had a structure, but we had the beginning of one. See, the idea was build the outside into a tree and put glass on the inside so you can like walk up the inside like a pirate tree. Yeah.
Concepts of a structure.
Yeah, there's concepts of a structure.
It was structure-like by the end of it.
I would do it.
It was structure-like by the end of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Chibi finally got to realize during that stream the reality of when I say that rabbits are evil.
Oh.
Because she got eaten by like 100 of them.
I was running away from those rabbits. Those were evil rabbits in that game. I had to find a rabbit's foot.
No, those are just regular rabbits.
No, they were evil. They're eating
rabbits
me.
Are evil, and they were all just regular rabbits.
No, there's some really cute and sweet ones that are not evil. I'm sorry you had an evil rabbit as a child.
Oh, those are the yabbits that your kids tell you, but they still live in the woods.
Yeah. Ask Chappie about how he got Planendorf to troll me after I recently demoted Armor Smithing for promoting to GM. Oh no!
Oh, that's crazy. I would probably cry.
I knew what you meant. Rabbit, exactly. It was terrible. I was terrified. I'd never played Minecraft a day in my life previously. I didn't know what was happening. I was dying. I was trying not to die. Chaos and Lace were way too good at the snowball thing. I don't even know. I kept dying to that.
You're getting assassinated by snowballs. That was hilarious.
Oh my god. I had no aim. The rabbits still live in the woods for the kids.
Welcome to Minecraft.
Yeah, exactly. It was like very much not a TV game, but I had a lot of fun trying.
Yeah.
Yep. Yabbits live in the woods.
Yabbits live in the woods.
I use that with my daughter probably every day.
That's funny. All right.
But yabbits live in the woods.
So we got our poll. It's about to close here in like a minute or so. So far, we've got, are you calling in sick tomorrow? 4 say yes. 1 says maybe. 6 says no.
Just saying, leaning towards the responsible crowd. That's crazy. What kind of tavern is this?
Right. Also, over on YouTube, we've got 33% that say yes and 67% that say no. So yeah, I got no work easy, right? Welcome in, Brody.
Oh,
Where
you're
are
not
you for?
voting on this one.
Nice.
Technically, I voted yes, so
I'm a professional
gonna
person,
be.
sir. I already have the day.
I'm gonna be pretending to call myself.
Hi, I need to
There you
take
go.
off work today. I'm sick.
Just write yourself a note. Write yourself a note and call it a day.
Yeah. Hi, self. I'm sick today. Please let me be excused from all things. My job is limited to 2 hours a day. Wow, nice. Well, by the way, Dangerous Creations, welcome in. I didn't get to properly say that to you. And thank you for the follow. That's really kind of you. Just quit your job. Yeah, I'm not calling you sick. I'm just showing up over.
I'm a summoner, so I'm just gonna pretend my son is also me.
There you go. That's fair. Yep. So no wins the race, and Erwin totally rigged it.
I did no such thing.
I feel that pain, by the way, Hera. I got a couple audits coming up at the beginning of next year, so we're prepping for them right now.
I'm with both of you, and I have a environment that needs to move off of old school tech before Broadcom drops the legal hammer.
If I fire people tomorrow, can I vote for them?
I like it.
Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just do whatever you're doing. I'm not condoning anything that could get you fired. Okay. Use your own reasonable judgment. As Vertex stares the camera down while taking a sip.
Reasonable judgment. Just for, clarity, yeah, I voted no too, because I can't call out.
Yeah,
got too much stuff, too many things. But also,
I will be working from home tomorrow, though.
I do forget who said it, but somebody already kind of said, there's going to be some delays and some queues and probably a DDoS attack. So
yeah,
login's going to be messy at the beginning of the day. I'll wait until later in the day.
Hashtag expected.
Yeah. Brain go brr. Yeah, mine definitely goes brr. What we playing, guys? What time we playing? I mean, I think it releases at 1 p.m. It kind of depends on when people get on, but I know there's definitely a bunch of people looking to just pop in and look at stuff and try to get in, at least. For one day, yes, depending on the state, but without sick time, you need a doctor to provide a reason. It's more than that. Yeah, exactly. I can't wait for the 16-hour queue, right? I'd be surprised if it doesn't take until dinner time to get in. Honestly, I'm just gonna get in the queue and hope for the best while working.
Yeah, I'll probably check it around I usually take a decent break around 4:30. I'll probably try to just see what the queue looks like, but I'll probably actually be logging on to play in theory if there isn't a queue around 6-7 p.m. Eastern ish.
Yeah. But I mean, that being said, for anybody who gets upset about oh no, they got in 3 hours before me, dude, I bet that person's gonna take a break at some point for a whole day, and if you don't take a break, you're already ahead of them again.
6-7.
Oh my god.
There it is.
Was wondering when that was gonna show up in the chat.
I'm not upset, I'm just disappointed in you, sir.
I'm just disappointed. AFK fish to max level. There you go. That's what I could do. I could take my lunch break, try to get a character up to get my fishing instruments and just sit by the water. Reach over every couple minutes and keep the game active.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
Generic
funny.
Games. What's happening? Welcome on in.
Sad. Yeah. You should have your tankard of shame here. No bot. Bad. Stop telling people to watch it. Yes. I think Vertex gonna end up actually disabling that, but I'm gonna
keep trying to make it work, but I think Twitch kind of broke that function, so it's not gonna work properly now. I'm gonna try to make it work again. I've tried one thing and it didn't quite work. It helped, but it didn't fix it.
Yeah. You haven't hit 25, do it this phase. Yes. Thank you, Lamina, for the reminder. Yes, this phase, by the way, for those of you just joining in for early access, making sure at some point during early access you hit level 25, you will get a cosmetic. But Harris says, how interactive is fishing in Ash's creation? It depends on which fishing you do. If you do the freshwater fishing, aka non-sport fishing, it's pretty chill. It's pretty auto.
Yeah,
but if you do the sport fishing, there's a lot more to it.
Yeah, it's basically AFK. You got like a 10-minute timeout before the game like closes back out to the character select. But other than that, yeah, it's AFK, and even Steven himself has said, you know, you can AFK fish, sure, go for it. So I don't think they're planning on changing that, but the sport fishing is a lot more involved. And you actually get a big fish you got to carry on your back all the way to town to sell it and make money, and people will know that you have a giant fish on your back and try to take it from you.
The funny thing is, like, the bigger the fish is, the more dramatic it gets, like flopping on you.
Yeah, unless you got like a caravan or a, what's it, caravel? Yeah.
A caravel that has a fish spot on it, yeah. I didn't get to test it, so I'm not really sure. Plan to slaughter all the fishes? Oh, man. Mary, Mr. Larry GG, how long will the early access last? So, about that, Steam doesn't really have tags like alpha and beta. So technically, this is going into alpha early access, or we like to call it phase EA of the alpha 2 phase, and it's basically going to last until they get into beta 1 and then beta 2. And once they're happy with beta 2, then they're going to launch. There are some speculations about beta 1 being potentially during 2026 or getting much, much closer during 2026. But it really depends, I think, on how much work things end up actually being and how much money they have to pull in for maybe hiring outsourcing people.
We shall see. Time
no,
will
not the
tell.
fishes, the people fishing. Must save the fishes off their backs. Yes, I had a feeling you were talking about that. Of course. I'll save the fishes and bring them to the trader. Yes, I will save the fishes and then promptly trade them to a person.
I'm just saying, get them out of the sun quicker. You know, they're just suffering sitting out there for so long.
Welcome in.
Tuesday. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the tavern.
Let's first see how early access does. All depends on that, I guess. Yeah. I think this is just because, oh, you've done the math, 2028. Okay. They have to release. Yeah, they do. Eventually. But yeah, Mr. Larry, happy to help. Hope that was a good answer for you. But, go away ad. Yeah, we feel that pain. I think Ashes is not a affiliate or a partner, and we're trying to get to partner eventually, but I think because of that they don't get ads during their live streams. Considering the current continent is only about halfway built, I think we're looking at a year long at least. Well, actually, Zeke, if you didn't hear about this, Steven said MVP is going to be one continent, where they might look at, instead of focusing on having both continents before launch, having the second continent be shortly after launch and focusing on all the systems. So I am free from the ad. Glad you are freedom. Glad you are freedom. Patch 1.1, New World.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's why. That's probably better for the better. I agree. I was a little bit frustrated at first, but the reality is, I mean, 5K concurrent seems pretty not bad when spread between the anvils and the alien ruins at the moment. Even at its worst, it didn't feel that bad, especially when spread across the entire areas. So, I don't know. But it'll definitely be interesting experiencing that same 5K concurrent with two continents. By comparison.
I wonder if they're going to change that, if they're going to reduce the max concurrent for the one continent. Because the max concurrent they were talking about was... what was it, 8,000 or something, and then 10 to 15 back. Oh no, it was 10 to. I'm gonna stop guessing because it's changed a little bit here and there. So I'm gonna look at the wiki.
Yeah, we did ask Steven. I don't know if that was during our interview or if that was during somebody else's interview, but the question was asked to Steven about there being 10K concurrent, or if there was going to be an increase to that. I can't remember if that was during our interview or not. There's been so many interviews this year. But, yeah, 8 to 10, then up to 15 at launch, possibly. They said they want 5K this phase, 10K at full launch. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that were thinking of, like, mega servers. Steven doesn't want that. I don't feel like that would be a good idea, as when the second Northern Islands come out, then the players would be spread too thin. And that was also a concern from the community, is like, okay, but like this world is humongous, right? So if you spread out 5k people amongst all of this, you may never really see other people. But then that being said, I mean, that's concurrent, right? So, I mean, that being said, maybe it'll be a little bit more meaningful and less crowded for doing some of those lawless PvP zones. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it's expectation. I mean, no matter how deep the systems and how numerous the systems are that are in a game and how complex it can be to develop and get out there, people are always going to be looking at how long have previous games taken to release? Why isn't this one out yet?
Yeah.
What's going on? And it's just going to be more and more expectation as time goes on. So they have to release. They have to pull the trigger sometime.
I personally think that it's going population spread is going to change depending on where I want to say metro so badly, but the city is going to be.
Yeah. I'm really curious. I'm excited to see. I mean, some of the content I want to do is talking about how all of the continents feel currently. And then on launch, kind of looking back at those videos that I want to make and compare them to how it feels at the time of launch as well. I think that'd be something really interesting to look at. Also, a lot of people, because we just had our Artisan Summit. So if you guys are interested in like how the artisans are feeling about everything, you can check that out on our YouTube channel as well. But another thing with that, though, is, you know, how does that change? How's that feeling as we are looking at EA coming out tomorrow? EA for early access, by the way. Or, you know, how are we feeling after, you know, a month or so after? Is it feeling good? Is it not where we hoped it would be, etc.? So it's something I'm considering doing, bringing some of them back on and chatting. Looks like Arcade had roughly 100k per server. Obviously not concurrent. Yeah. Give everyone flying mounts? No.
I did notice that some of the starting crafting areas, like Avon's End and Briarmore, God rest its soul, is complicated. Pretty spread out, in my opinion. But the zone influence was no longer covering the main fishing lake in Briarmore anymore. So, outside of what people were already doing inside of like Highwayman Hills and stuff like that, we could see a slowdown against the Jova and Winstead race in this regard.
Yeah. We'll see. I am also reading some chat. So Generic says Arcade, well, so previously, as Zeke was saying, give everybody flying. But then Generic says Arcade concurrent appears to have been 2k, but had fast travel, much faster mounts, and most people were spread across 3/4 fairly small areas. Honestly, also, like, the higher level you get, the faster the mounts get too. So your novice mounts are really slow, the apprentice mounts are faster, the journeyman mounts are even faster. You can only imagine how fast the master mounts are going to be. But it does make up a big difference when you invest in a faster mount at the higher levels. But there will never be everyone gets a flying mount. Like, you'll have gliding mounts, but no, Steven wants that to remain something. And if anything, some people in the community are actually calling for the removal of any flying mount. So, yeah. In BDO, the horses got speedy AF. How the in-game mounts will be moving like the wind. Yeah.
Like Threather's saying, Threather says, dislike the one response Steven gave about the time a player plays. He wants people to be able to complete a goal in an hour and also 10 hours. Sometimes if I wanted to gather a resource, I have to spend 1 hour to just get there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the case. I think at that point, the goal for the 1 hour playtime is I have all these gathered materials. In storage that I need to process. That's your goal. That's your goal.
That's your goal.
At least you don't have to gather fuel anymore, which, by the way, since you've been gone for a little bit there, Threather, yeah, that's one of the updates. Processing doesn't require fuel anymore. Thank all the gods that exist in ever.
Then wood chopper's going to be pissed.
Oh, yeah. Also, generic, nobody's tested gliding mounts yet. I mean, I guess technically, if you want to get into technicalities, I think Pirate Software technically tested them. But nobody, like, it's not been on PTR for test. It's not been a widespread test. So you'll still have your chance. Aw, that was after you dragged me around for 4 hours, teleporting me across the entire world to test broken events. Yeah, fair. It didn't glide as far as I know. Yeah, Aura farming. Oh, man. Rude.
Oh, no.
Hey, listen,
there needs to be more density.
The bug still plays, too, for Rogue Grapple. It resets your breathing bar.
Oh, my gosh.
And yeah, Kraz, that's because they're lovingly blowing bubbles at your face. Mm-hmm. That's how aqua mounts can help you breathe underwater.
I don't know. But there are also potions of underwater breathing, so. Coming from an alchemist.
Yeah. It's technically called deep lung breathing, or deep lung potions.
Oh my hell.
Yeah, they're also dreading the newbie bag space. Super dreading running resources from node to node again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Generic, I'm not really surprised, but also I don't really want to follow like hearsay necessarily.
Yeah. I mean, it's a thing. It was posted somewhere, but I mean, lawsuits and whatnot, they're part of business. It happens. Yeah. There's a reason why every business larger than like 5 people, or a lot of money coming in, and smaller than 5 people, even for that matter, they all have a lawyer on hand, like at all times. Yeah. Like they have a legal team because of stuff like that. It happens. Someone's always going to try and sue somebody for money for something, some reason or another.
Yeah, Tomac, a lot of people had issues with Steven using some sort of cheats to get across, because, you know, he's a dev, so you can get it across the world a lot faster. That was one comment that a lot of the community had, was wanting more realistic, like, to what the player is going to expect showcases in terms of, like, getting across the world, etc. So, yeah. Like, no speed buffing yourself to oblivion that is not realistic for the same amount, etc.
If you want to go from one corner to the other, plan on an hour plus.
And hey there, Toke, by the way. And yeah, generic, that's got to be some crazy boredom, because let me tell you, I deal with a little bit of reading some legal documentation, but a lot of policies and like InfoSec type stuff for my work. That's some dry reading, man. That's some dry reading. If you like reading it while you're bored, I feel sorry for your level of boredom. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, unless that actually legitimately interests you. If that legitimately interests you, I mean, everyone's got their thing. So that just, it's not my thing.
Like bleeding a little bit. Sorry, guys.
So
I've been bored for 2 days. I know. Well, it's tomorrow. That honestly, there was kind of I'm kind of glad that they had the interview yesterday, because that allowed us to push back our tavern talk to today, and now we have this ability to sit here and just chit chat about a lot of Ash's things. So yeah, just as an FYI, I think hi Loop, how's it going, friend? Yeah, and today there was another one. Yeah. But we have our guest, I believe his name is Frosty Thundertrod.
Yeah, Thundertrod. I remember that because I think you were like Lightning Step? Thunderstep?
Yeah, Thunderhoof.
Thunderhoof?
But yeah, I have the last 2 days on Twitch. I've fulfilled a whole right. But we're gonna have Frosty Thundertrot as our guest this upcoming Saturday.
Ooh.
So if you want to have something to listen to while you are in Ashes doing your thing, feel free to pull us up and lurk.
Oh,
Just got called to the rig today. It's gonna take me all day tomorrow to download
Oh,
on a
your
hotspot.
rig. Oh, no.
Rip. Well, we were saying earlier that on the bright side, maybe not so bright side, but like there could be a lot of people in queue and issues maybe because this is their first time going through Steam, so we have no idea what to expect tomorrow with the launch. So check. Oh my god.
Hold on. Let me help you out with your advertising there.
There
Do
you
some
go.
cross promoting for you.
Yeah.
Check out the Platinum
There you go.
Feather Tavern
The Platinum Feather Tavern.
coming soon.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think the platinum feather would tickle though. It's a little bit rigid.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be rough for sure. Let's just lay out. I'm almost 100% on that. Yeah, I mean, I've been a part of like other games that launched on Steam that also had really bad queues, like Vertec. We were talking about. Oh my gosh! So before Vertec joined our VC last night, because we were hanging out before the I read that as plutonium.
Feather Tavern.
That's accurate.
But we were talking
Some
before
explosive
Vertec joined the
growth
VC.
there.
Oh my god! Before Vertec joined the VC last night, and there were a couple of games where like Vertec and I were getting in, and I forgot what it was called exactly, but he was stuck in such a long queue that Steam ended up saying like, no, you spent like 2 hours in this game. What do you mean? You don't get to get a refund.
Oh yeah.
And I guess Steam has changed their systems on that with like being able to reasonably show like, hey, I was actually in a queue. It was not a playable state.
Yeah, it
but
was.
I don't
I
know,
don't want
we'll
to throw
see.
the game under the bus because it wasn't the devs' fault. Because I mean, it was kind of a whatever thing, but it was just the whole situation. I was like, I totally didn't buy in on this. They actually said it was in a little bit better condition than this, and I couldn't log in because there was a long queue, and then the queue would reset and kick me right back to the beginning. And then I would be there for another hour or two, and finally about to get in, I'm number 2, and it would lock up and kick me back out to the beginning. And finally, I told Steam, like, I want to get a refund because I'll come back to this. And they said, yeah, you played the game for more than 2 hours, so you get no refund. I didn't play nothing. I sat in queue.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I did the entire time for 7 hours.
7-hour queues, New World also. Yeah. Also, check out Enriched Plutonium Tavern coming soon.
Oh, man. Apparently, somebody got some new financiers behind the project.
Yeah. This is going very fast, okay?
Calm down, Iran.
Although I think if I made that website, I'll be on a list. Oh no. Probably. Do you hit Mithril and then Adamantine after that? I don't know. How did you run? Heading out. See you later, Kingfish. See ya.
Take care,
tomorrow.
Kingfish.
I know that there's like some of the base stuff has been included into the rocks, so you hit a bunch of base rocks to get like copper and rubies and stuff from them now, but I don't remember how that works for the higher level stuff. I think they're still split out.
They're still split out, yeah. It's just for tier 1.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm not a rock hitter, so I don't know.
No, but she can jump.
Not everyone knows how to rock, just saying.
That's funny. Oracle, I see you everywhere in the AOC community. Yeah, he's actually part of our guild.
Oracle goes everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah, I forgot who Oracle's first streamer people were for Ashes, but he ended up hanging out with us and then ended up joining our guild, so.
let me see. It was Zillan,
Is it?
Tin Man, and what's his name?
Spotify's not playing.
Tech Deck.
Tech Deck, yes.
Mm.
Is your Spotify playing?
I'm so old.
Daddy was a Rolling Stone. Holy cow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
told you guys
Spotify's
not to-
playing.
Okay, I'm gonna try rejoining the listening.
Here, let me.
Oh, you ended the jam. Got it.
Yeah, because I paused it for so long during
No worries.
the.
I told you guys not to deep dive after the interview. Now I've been up too late and I have too many beards.
Oh no!
Beards. I have one giant beard and lots of beers.
There you go.
Okay, Lamina. But since this is an apartments coming next year, will we get the landlord special in apartments? I mean, maybe. I can't really say that because the apartments have nothing to do with the tavern.
Although I'm still curious, there are going to be rentable rooms at taverns. I just don't know if those are the settlement taverns only, or if those are also player-run taverns that can do that.
Are we going to see Slumlord Tavern?
Because we could absolutely give you that living under a landlord fantasy treatment if you'd like that, Hera. That's fine.
Gosh.
We'll make sure to not repair everything that you submit complaints on. Just some things, the cheap things.
Oh my gosh.
PG the Bloodthirsty seeking rent from Bloodthirsty Tavern Slumlord.
What?
You're linen curtains for doors. Oh no.
Isn't that called a hostel?
There you go. Yeah, Hostel. It's a good cozy movie to watch. Just saying. No, it's not cozy at all.
Gosh.
She's now the leadership of a hostel.
How did we even? How many servers are there tomorrow? There's at least 3 NA. I'm not sure. Are there 3 EU?
Yes.
So 3 NA and 3 EU. Is there an announcement on that somewhere? I know it's Lotharia,
Possibly
Shoal,
4.
and Resna, but they're also saying that like what Erwin just said, they'll spin up more servers as needed. Those are the ones that are definitely NA. I know, Lineth is EU, right? Lineth or Lotharia?
Yep. So if they follow suit, the 4th would be Cassis, likely.
Yeah. Repair what they asked, but accidentally break 2 other things. Yeah. Hit me with those ragged linen curtains for doors.
Oh my hell.
Heating works 60% of the time.
Every time. Yeah, exactly.
Want a non-painted over outlet? Extra $25 a month.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's really gonna be how it is until we can get like enough things to furnish this tavern.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, oh, you want a blanket on the floor? Sure.
How dare
like
you insult my military accommodations?
We like to call that authentic historical living, okay?
That's fine.
You get a cot on the floor, and by cot we mean just a rolled out pad of kind of padding, usually made with straw. Fluffy straw though.
Yeah, for NA it's Lineth, Vesna, and Shoal. For EU is Lotharia. I'm not gonna butcher this. Paloon.
Oh yeah.
Butchered.
And Tenek or Tenok.
That's a new, like the Loom and Tenok are new. I wonder, because like Shal is the god of truth. Resna is a goddess.
And then you have...
Are these other names also gods and goddesses?
No,
I think all of them have been that I've seen.
Oh
gosh. What in the world
What
was
even
that?
just happened there? I love it.
That was the what was it, Dredai song?
Yeah. I just imagine the dance with it. New dance. Yes. We didn't do the two neck dance
Gotta
at the
do the
same
dance at the
exact
same time.
time. Yep. Same.
Honestly, Erwin, I think when you start off your streams, that should be the first thing you do, is play that song and do the dance.
Giant beard and just...
It's like Numa. Yeah. You just gotta record yourself doing it, and that way you don't have to like wear yourself out doing it every single time. You just like insert like the montage of getting into the stream. It's like you doing like a dance in the corner, and then it's like a close up of the beard with like dad bod and the can cracking open. I don't know. It feels very Erwin coded.
And then you got throw another WoW ensemble in there with the Numa guy.
Yeah, everyone likes to make clips of me. We should make a clip of that real quick so I could have that as a sound clip.
Yeah. No, further, I actually was in a guild with that man, so
that's funny.
It was awful.
Awesome, that's too fun. Yeah.
I am that old that I was in a guild with that man.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
goodness. Call that old fart?
Old days.
Let's see here.
All right. I officially have Nexus in the correct tagging system now.
All right. Good stuff.
But yeah, if anybody is curious, I'll just post that there because I was about to post it to our guild Discord. But yeah, the zirconium feathered. Wow, we're just getting.
Wow.
You know what this reminds me of? Hold on. So okay, this is gonna sound really bad without context. Hang out with me here. I have a can I lick it chart.
Continue.
What? Please go on. I'm as interested as Vertic is. Hang on, let me take off my glasses.
Continue.
Can you lick it?
Do I need to button up my beard as well?
Here you go.
I think I know where this is going.
Oh no! Okay. Well, I think that should work. No, it didn't work. Hold on. I can fix this.
Like, do I need to go on camera with my beard not braided, but like at least in a bun, or not a bun, but a what do you call this? A beard ponytail.
Oh no! Hold on. I'm gonna just copy this image. I'm putting it in the Discord off-topic chat.
Oh no. Wait, you're gonna interrupt my not my word.
No need to continue. This is good enough clip. Oh god. I can fix this, says every coder. That is True. That is exactly something I say whenever something comes up at work. Wait, I can fix this, I promise.
You really shouldn't. Please reconsider.
Don't do that. Please stop.
Let me see if there's another link that I can share to Twitch. Because it has like all these parameters that I can't. Okay, maybe this. Huh? This should work. Here you go. Can I lick it? There's actually yes. Maybe not. Please don't, and only once.
The periodic table of can I lick it?
Yep. Only once. Because, as soon as it comes in contact with liquid, it's game over for you, buddy.
Your tongue will explode. Got it.
But yeah, well, that's the chaos that I'm contributing for this evening.
Dry tongue strat. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Licking
Sorry
around.
if I'm muted, by the way. I'm getting excitable.
Goodness. Well, looking at the time, it might be just about time to start wrapping up.
No, it's fine. You're fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
You're not leaving. All right. I'm for those on YouTube, I'm going into the description. So as soon as this is done being live, if you miss Espon's interview with Steven today, that link will be in there just because we started the live stream with it.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, I feel like I should also link the other interviews. So that we were referencing today, so.
I mean, yeah, if you got those all handy.
I'm gonna go ahead and go through it at some point and make a playlist for all of the interviews Steven's ever done, and then that way I can just link that.
Yeah, Steven interviews every one of them.
Yeah. You'll never be able to go toe-to-toe with the Sicilian in a game of wits. I'll make my mouth dry for you. Oh my gosh. What have I started?
Well, you did say chaos introduced. There it is.
I did.
That's
You know what?
something.
I'm just gonna say there is no one else better than is there no one else for us to raid over to after that chaos.
Yeah, it's been a little while since I've actually seen him on, let alone when we're able to actually raid over to him, so
Yeah.
be nice. You folks that like him, he's good times, has good conversations. He has his viewpoints, he's solid in them, but he's always open for chatting with them, just basically the same way we are.
Yeah, I believe he was also invited to the official content creator program like we were.
Heckin' yeah.
So, feel free to check him out. I'm really excited. We have some cool ideas for content in the new year. If you don't see any of our other content for the next week, we're excited.
Okay, well, on our way out there, Erwin and Oracle, did either of you want to give like a 2 to 3 sentence like outro?
I just drink and I know things.
I just drink and I know things.
Fair,
Join
fair.
the Discord. It's a lot of fun in here.
Somebody should make that a big quote. I just drink and I know things. It'll probably catch on.
I feel like that should just be an Erwin quote for sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
Hey, Chibi, did you want to do anything out for closeout?
Well, sorry, Red Chat. Thank you for being here. If you like community-centric content, we are, I think, one of the best places to go because we love talking about the community and your thoughts and your feelings on everything. While we may not always do gaming content like gameplay, although that would be fun to do in the future, we do always like to do chit-chats with other people in the community, especially on our Tavern Talks, which are every Tuesday, and Mead Quest on Mondays, which Vertec will be doing some Ashes stuff, and Sunday Cozy Quest with me, which I also would like to do some cozy stuff. So who knows? Maybe I'll do some Cozy Ashes stuff on the Sunday. So we'll see. But if all of that sounds fun to you, please consider giving us a like or subscribe to our YouTube channel. All subscriptions and memberships are super appreciated, but not expected or required. It just helps us put more money into the tavern to make it better for you guys and make better content for you. And I'm super excited. Chibi Friday PvP murder. Chibi Friday PvP Friday murder incoming.
No.
I don't know about that one, Cranky the Bard.
Going crazy.
Yeah. Hopium. Oh my gosh. You guys just want to see me rage out at one point.
It's gonna happen someday. It's gonna happen. People are gonna raid the tavern, and we're just gonna have to get them.
Oh my gosh. You guys are silly. I wish I was off work tomorrow to play Ashes. Yeah, same. I'm gonna be sitting right here at my office doing my work over here and watching the queue lines, probably. So.
All right, well, everybody.
That's all I got. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Thanks for hanging out here. For Oracle and Erwin for hanging out and chatting with us all night, and for Nice and Noob for joining us in the chat earlier as well. Thank you so much, every one of you that sat here and listened to the ridiculousness going on and contributed conversation, or just sat here listening. Any of the above. Yeah. You contributed time. You spent your time here. You get time once per life. It's your most valuable commodity. You get it once. You spend it once. It's gone forever. So you spent it here. We hope it was worthwhile. And, sadly, we can't give refunds.
No, but we can give receipts.
True story. All right, everybody. Have yourselves a great night. We'll catch you on next time.
See ya.
Bye.